previously.
Well, then, Dungeon Master David, please take us over.
Alright, so when we last left our unlikely band of heroes, they were walking into the Imperial Fortress in Basilich, the metaphorical belly of the beast, as it were. Callie specifically has no love for Noxus, having been a student at the Placidium of Navori when Noxus attacked. This massive, black, intimidating stone walls that tower over the rest of the city seem almost endlessly tall from up close. But the moment you pass through the sunken portcullis, the sunlight is swallowed up, and you approach into the artificial daytime of torchlight. The entry chamber is dark and mysterious, with columns lining the walls and blocking sight lines from torch to torch. The guard that walked you in clears his throat behind you. If you won't mind waiting a few moments, someone will be by in a minute to collect you, and they'll take you right to the steward directly. And he walks back out to his post.
As Callie is walking in, if any of you have seen Callie's character art, she, like, on her robes, like, underneath, there's, like, a pretty obvious Ionian symbol, so she had wrapped her monk robes a little closer.
Oh yeah, that is something that happened. Initially, Callia was attempting to not like hide, but
just
keep on
like
the down low.
make sure no attention comes to me just for being from Ionia, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So, what does it look like in this area? It's just like a bunch of the columns and whatnot.
Yeah, it's basically one grand hall, sort of. Yeah, just very long, rectangular. But there are individual columns placed along these sides, like half in, half out of the wall. And then in between the two, every pair of columns, there's a torch. So it illuminates into the room, but you can't, there's like a little bit of a light cutoff where you don't get a full spread of light from torch to torch because of the columns in front.
Where we're hanging out, are there any other people other than the guy who's about to like leave and...
No, but there are multiple dark or darker hallways, kind of leaving through each of these just random doorways in this hall.
Okay.
Callia, can you see anything? She can see farther, right?
I mean, I have 60 feet of dark vision. It doesn't necessarily mean I can see farther. I can
David
just see if it's dark.
Pretty lit by torches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty well lit. It's just that it's not an entirely lit room, so it does give you a sort of feeling of you're still kind of in a shadowy area, even though it's pretty bright from torch to torch.
Right.
So.
All right. Which direction did that guy leave?
Just right back out through the portcullis.
Oh, so he just went back out to the front. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he just brought you through the gate. But the portcullis is closed now. It has raised back up behind you. Yep. You are trapped.
Well, that doesn't bode well. When the DM says you're trapped.
So what are the options? Can we see?
I'm counting my goals. I'm feeling good about it.
Can we see an obvious path to take, or is it just like
a bunch of different hallways, and none of them really have any marking? This is a fairly basic point of Noxian architecture. It is not supposed to be by any means inviting or friendly or welcoming. It's mostly utilitarian in design, meant to ward off invading armies. Yeah.
Excellent.
And yeah, Elgar, you would know this. Anyone who has any dealings with Noxus, like Callie would know this because of the like war camps that rose up in Ionia.
What a comfy entry room.
So, a few minutes pass before a young man approaches from the back of the hall, coming toward you. He has sandy blonde hair and a tan complexion, not something that's very typical of locals to this area. Tars,
how young?
Young man, like maybe some place between 15 and 18, maybe.
Oh, okay, very young. Gotcha.
Yeah, like a page or a like an attendant or an aide, rather than I don't know, a diplomat or a politician. So Tarsk, you recognize that he does look rather Shuriman, like kind of sand blonde hair, or like sun bleached hair and darker skin, maybe from one of the towns along the coast of Shurima.
All right.
So he says nothing, but he does give you a curt nod before turning on his heel and walking back in the direction that he came.
Okay.
Alright.
Should we follow him?
Seems like
Parse-
we're going that way.
Karst kind of just starts, walking,
Just trotting
in his
after him?
jovial way.
Start keeping pace with Tarsk.
Follow after, slightly behind.
You guys are gonna have to walk very slowly.
Yeah. It's not like this kid is moving very quickly, but he is, he's keeping a professional pace.
Right.
So you follow him for a little bit, and you leave the hall, and you pass through these narrow black stone corridors that almost seem carved into the walls with just beautiful precision. Elgar, you very much appreciate just how sharp these corners are, how, these aren't like, if any of you have ever been to Europe, like an old European city, everything is smoothed down, sanded, just worn away by time. This is sharp, new. This could have been made 5 years ago.
Badass.
That's how awesome it is from a masonry perspective, Elgar.
Gotcha.
So the torchlight here is just sufficient enough to light the way without obscuring your vision, which basically means the torches are every 40 feet or so. And he stops in front of a plain wooden door. The only marker on it is the seal of the city of Basilich burned into the wood. And he snaps to attention next to the door, puts his hands behind his back, and waits for you.
Okay. We've kind of been almost directly behind him, yeah?
Yeah, it just waits for you to do something.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So, heading in. Just kind of gesture to all of you guys.
After you.
All right. I just bash the doors open.
Elgar's here, baby!
Elgar is here.
The party has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
All right,
Okay.
so Invedia is in her office, and she's not paying attention to you. She is just reading from a heavy, heavy book. Behind her on the wall is a massive hand-drawn map of the area around Basilich. This is an artist's work. It's, maybe 8 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and it is painted directly onto the wall. There are handwritten markings in certain places, some directly on the wall, some of them written on papers and just pinned there. You actually can't read them. They're in some sort of code. So, do any of you know Shuriman?
No.
Do I not? I feel like I should, right? But apparently I don't.
I feel like you would, but also you not many of you probably have languages. Not that many languages.
I
right
can
now.
speak
have-
Freljordian and Noxian.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's see. 1, 2.
So, just like a point of clarification, Vastayan is actually, it's like a separate sub-language in Ionia.
Yes, it's more of like a magical language.
Yeah, so I
it's
would
not,
probably
it's not
know
a common
Ionian
language that
and
people know it.
Vastayan. But
It does not appear that I know Shuriman.
All right,
For
so
whatever
none of
reason.
you know Shuriman. I'm gonna finish typing this thing out because I want to be less loose.
Wait,
with
what
throwing
language?
in-
What is Shuriman's associated languages?
Shuriman associated languages would be Shuriman, common for merchants, and common for merchants and people who, basically interact with foreigners. And there are a couple dead languages like Icathian,
Gotcha.
but nothing. It would only be Shuriman and common that
Gotcha. Okay,
regular
I don't know
people
Shuriman.
speak. Okay.
You said it's in code?
Yeah, the language on the map is in code. The language on the book is in Shuriman.
Can I read the map?
You can. It is in Thieves' Cant. So I'm not going to tell everyone else what it means because there's, I don't want to be so
Thieves'
loose
Cant.
with handing out information to the party.
That's fine.
You can
I'm
post it in her private channel.
Yep, that's what I made him for, because I realized that I would just kill myself if I had to keep sending everyone their own information in DMs.
I want real handwritten notes.
Yeah, mail them, please.
Yeah, it'll be my information.
Yeah, just get yourself a nice little copy scanner next to you and
Fax it
fax
over, please.
those over. All right, so we're just in her office then.
Yep.
Cool.
What does she have? Like just a desk and a map?
The desk, a map. There is one chair in front of the desk, but not four. So one of you could sit down.
Gotcha.
However, yeah, it's pretty
there a window?
sparse aside from that. There are no windows.
What's the kid doing?
He's standing outside. He's closed the door behind you,
Oh, okay.
and you
Gotcha.
can assume he's waiting outside. So,
Right. I know you've been pronouncing it Invitia, but I'm gonna go Invisha. We took care of some kobolds. I'll let my compatriots fill you in on the rest. And then I kind of, I don't know, find something to look at and kind of like strike a pose looking at something relatively interesting in her office since there's no what would you window, right.
yeah, so she, as you like call her name, and I'm guessing in a far too loud tone for how small
Yes.
this room is, she
Mm.
kind of snaps her book shut. It's not really a snap, it's more of a
Is it like a this or is it like a this?
no, it's like a she's holding it like this and then just kind
Oh.
of yeah,
Gotcha.
and then places it down and drums her fingers against a table. My heroes, she says with a
God.
little bit of a smile. It's not really a good-natured smile, but it certainly isn't
Hmm,
entirely sarcastic.
sure.
It's good to see you all in one piece. I assume this means you've been successful.
Yes, Stewardess Varn. We happened to investigate the mine, and we stumbled upon interesting site that kobolds had raided the mine, which that's not necessarily uncommon, but we happened to capture one and interrogate it, and he seemed, in the broken language, what I could pick out, seemed to infer that he had been paid by a human male, possibly, to clear out this mine and leave no survivors.
Kobolds. It's one thing if they're working on their own, it's
Right.
another if they're being paid by a foreign agent. Do you have a name?
Don't think we were given a name.
As she says that, Tars kind of steps forward and he's like, "Oh, kobolds. They're not much for keeping track of people's names. They just take what they need. It's it's a rather admirable way of life, I think."
She's
Wow.
like looking at you and kind of shuffles through a couple of the papers on her desk. And she's giving you like a weird side eye, but
Okay. Can I tell if she? Can I tell like if she's seen through my glamour?
insight check.
Okay.
For anyone who doesn't know, Alex is playing a Yordle.
Well, I
They
have
have
no goddamn
glamour.
clue. Apparently.
You have no. She's giving you.
I
like
rolled a nat 1 on my insight check.
Oh
so-
lord.
Ah.
But yeah, she's giving you like a weird side eye, but you can't tell whether it's because you're a Yordle or if it's because you're just kind of a kid who's in this office. Yes, for anyone who he is a Yordle, and Yordles have glamour around them, and in this case, Tarsk's glamour makes him basically look like a 9-year-old boy who.
Is it, do I look like that to everybody, or is that just like?
That's the basic sort of.
Okay.
'Cause-
No, I mean
well-
because glamour can you can different people can perceive me differently.
Yeah, different people can perceive you differently for sure, but I mean, you're at least a small person. You're kind of a small person, one of those like 13 or 30 sort of deals. Like, yeah, you're small, and most people would immediately be like, what's this kid doing? But also the way that you speak, the way that you carry yourself, you might just be a very small person, like a full adult.
Cool.
So while she's kind of side-eyeing him, I push Elgar up, and I'm kind of using him like as a body block to like turn around and look to check out the map a little bit clearer while she's not like looking directly at me.
Okay.
I'm more-
And then, like,
oh,
I whisper,
yes.
to Elgar, like, ask her who owns the mine, and like, I'm
Do
trying to get
you
her-
know who owns the mine?
Spia, roll an investigation check since you're trying to like research this map a little bit more.
Which one?
D20.
D20. You add intelligence and proficiency if you have it.
Oh, are we doing manual dice? I'll pull mine out.
Yeah, I mean we can do manual dice, and I know
Okay.
Dice
everyone
for
likes
days.
Get
having
intelligence.
their.
I love my beautiful sapphire glass dice. I would love to roll them.
Got
Fine.
nice metal.
While the dice rolls are not on the screen, we'll use manual dice.
Yeah. Combat, I
When
think
they
we'll
are,
keep them.
though, we
Yeah.
I
think-
got 13.
Okay.
So then you probably did you add your investigation to it?
I don't have in this. Wait, maybe I
You do.
It could
So
be
under
plus
your
0.
skills-
To
No, I
investigate.
found it. I did not. So plus 15.
So 15. Okay. I will. Well, I'll answer Elgar's question first, and then I'll get you your information about the map. Invedia looks at you, this loud, boisterous, large man who has burst into her office and
Fair.
said, "Invisha!"
Pronounced her name wrong, yes.
And she kind of looks you down. She says, "Well, Elgar, it is a city-owned mine. The city of Basilich uses this mine, employs citizens of Basilich, and uses it to fund things like defense of the city, maintenance of the ports. It's not our largest mine, but it certainly is important to have. And, well, as it is sort of my mine, I can't tell you how upset I am that so many innocent miners have lost their lives at the hand of a political enemy."
Have we mentioned that they're all dead yet?
Yeah, I did. I said they're
Oh,
innocent.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute.
Um,
Did she just kill everyone?
Callie kind of does like her, like she kind of like goes to bow like customary in Ionia to show like sympathy and but she kind of like stops herself and just kind of like quickly shuffles in her pocket. I will say, Stewardess Farn, that while investigating the sleeping quarters of what would have been Basilich miners, one kind of stood out from the rest. It wasn't covered in blood, and we happened to find a large chunk of refined tourmaline in the. So I just thought that was interesting, and she just kinda
Elgar
handed it over.
coughs because he sold some.
Well, that was unrefined. That's fine. This is weird because it's refined. It's like a precious gem.
Refined tourmaline. That's curious. We don't have any refining facilities on the site of that mine. They come back here to be refined by the smiths. So why would they have refined gemstone? And who had this, you said?
It happened to be in the large tent, so maybe you're the leader of the miners, perhaps, or like an overseer of some sort.
Curious. Well, is there any leads to go on the identities, potentially? Any identifying traits?
Nothing that I saw. Maybe my companions. Did you guys happen to see anything else? Any names? Anything identifying at all?
Nope.
I kind of position myself like I'm about to say something, and then I'm just like, no.
Oh, well,
No, Tarsk kind of just like smiles and looks at his compatriots. He's like, I wonder if they did.
It appears that the trail has gone cold then.
I
may have-
mean, stewardess, pardon my assumptions. Do you happen to know who the overseer of the mine was? Again, we didn't find any survivors, but we also didn't find
Bodies.
total body count either.
No, I didn't know the overseer personally, but from all accounts, he was a good man, not the kind of person to sell out his fellow miners.
Hmm.
I may have
What
to
was
send.
his name?
I don't have his name. He was just one overseer. I could find it, but
You would say that he is good man and would never sell us out, but you don't remember his name.
no, his performance reviews have all been good. I don't handle these things personally. Why are you here?
You invited me. Remember? You sent us all letters.
Again, shuffling back through her papers, like, lifting books and just. I didn't send you a letter. What's your name, little
I
one?
scooch to the other side of the room.
I still have the original letter that she sent me, right?
No, you didn't receive a letter. You received a vision.
Wait, no, everyone got a letter from Steward Nvidia.
You
that
got.
was the packet the kid gave us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
the
to
the
show
packet,
up there.
Yeah, the packet
We had
was a
separate
letter to the
letters.
group. To show up there, each person got a separate letter.
I
that
thought
you
we
had
each also individually got a letter.
I did.
I did.
I did.
Elgar's
I
trying
could've sworn
not
I
to
did
wind up in a
too.
warband.
Did I not?
No, you had a vision that brought you to the place.
If that okay, I misunderstood then. So can I
Okay.
retcon what I just said?
Yes, you definitely can.
Okay, sure. I will say I was with these people whenever your assistant came and delivered the packet of information. This is quite a
They-
fine group that you've recruited, stewardess.
You're okay with this, she says to the other three, like kind of gesturing to this
I mean,
maybe kid who's just kind of hanging out with you.
Callie just kind
mean-
of like looks.
I thought he was with you, but I mean, he did
I
all
thought
right. He
he
took
was
care of a
with you.
kobold.
Okay.
So he wasn't with you, Elgar.
But no, I came here alone.
Spia?
No, I found him with you three.
I thought he was a powerful sorcerer, although he did manipulate that one kobold, so I'm still on the powerful sorcerer.
No sorcery
thought.
here, my friend Elgar.
If you say so.
Can I see through his glamour?
No, none of you have seen through his glamour yet.
Okay.
It is but a simple truth that all will succumb to. I mean, join us in the void.
Well, if the three of you are okay with it, I see no reason to dispose of a valuable member of this adventuring party.
Oh,
I'll make sure
dispose.
to keep an eye on him, Studus.
Well,
Oh, what
Thank you.
malice could I have in this little heart of mine?
He says like stuff like that all the
distrust.
I mean, he doesn't kill people, so it's fine.
well,
Like she said, seems like a pacifist, really.
My body
Okay.
count is 0.
My body counts
certainly
4.
hope so. So she kind of like, as you guys are debating amongst yourselves and with her about the status of Tarsk within the group, she says, well, thank you for the service that you've done, but at this point, I may have to send more scouts to gather more information about this mine and this mysterious contractor for these kobolds. I assume that you will all be staying in Basilich in the near future, at least the next few days.
I will.
As she asks that, Tars kind of looks to the other 3 members of the group.
I can stay a few more days, stewardess, but as soon as I can, I would love to return back to my home.
So she reaches into her desk and pulls out 4 little pouches that jingle with the telltale sound of gold and tosses them onto across the desk onto the edge. 4 pouches, and each of them contains 30 gold pieces. So
She had 4.
Well, you heard her rustling around in the desk.
So, like, get them
multi-
ready,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of stuff in that desk.
So she just hands out payment regularly, is what we do.
Yes, she has contractors. Or yeah,
Nox
she has to
just
pay
likes
her
to get
contractors.
shit done, you know.
And so she so she tosses the 4 bags of 30 gold pieces to you and reaches to a little bell on her desk and just ding-a-ling-lings it. And her aide opens the door behind you again.
Gotcha.
And
So I kind of like think back to the letter she sent me first, and I kind of like gesture to her. So just kind of wait in the city, and we're good.
Yes. If we have more information to go on, of course we will be contacting you. You have, well, been a very efficient contractor in service of this city and of the people, and I see no reason to break that arrangement now. Your service while your service may have helped a Noxian city, these are individuals. These are men and women, sons and daughters that you're helping. I understand that this call was not exactly welcome for some of you. She kind of gives Callie a little nod. But thank you, nonetheless, for avenging the deaths of our miners. You have done a great service toward their memories and toward their legacies.
So we're good. I give her a thumbs up when I start leaving.
Tarsk like looks down at the ground. He's like,
Bow.
"What a shame."
I asked her, what kind of information are you looking? Like, what more are you looking for? Do
Well,
you have
anything we can go on. If this is a third party, if it's just a lone raiding group contracting these kobolds, we want to find them and obviously put a stop to that. If it's perhaps a political ally of mine, or a political enemy, rather, of mine, or, at worst, possibly the meddlings of a different nation.
Has there been
Political
any
allies
rumors
do
of
you
that?
have in the city?
Well, young man, every politician has their enemies. You can't be too careful when piloting a city like this. And I have to keep every possibility open when I consider these. I can't just assume that it's a lone actor. This very well may be a larger plot. Again, I've said too much. Thank you for your service. We will be contacting you if there's anything more for you to do.
Yes.
Gives a little
one more
shoo-shoo
question,
hand.
stewardess. The child who delivered to our wonderful party here that secondary packet. What of them? Where are they and who are they?
Just an actor for the city. I have a number of people on my payroll, and, well, putting gold directly into the pockets of young street urchins is never a bad idea for the of this city.
Ooh.
Now,
You said
go
that
on.
you were sending another group to investigate, another group of scouts. Is this a thing that's happened often?
I have a number of informants and scouts and soldiers under my command. I'm the stewardess of a city.
At this mine?
What was that? At the
At
mine?
this particular mine again, or are we the first to go there?
No, you would be the first search group that I've sent. Hello, cat. You would be the first search group that I've sent to this mine, but if I'm sure you can understand, I can't just keep having contractors do everything. There's a reason that I have people on my payroll. And, well, they're a little more trustworthy than these one-off people that
Completely
such as yourselves.
understandable, stewardess. Like Callie, like had bowed and she's like starting to back.
Callie's
away.
like trying to get out the door.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, she's
I'm
like
about to
very
head out.
aware that the stewardess is like done, so she's just like,
Elgar is walking.
Like Elgar is out
He's
of the
like,
room at this
fuck
point. He's
yeah,
just
not in
kind
a
of
war
waiting.
band. Thumbs up. Walking down the hall.
All right. Is the kid still outside the door as we're leaving?
Yeah, he's waiting for you to kind of all leave so that he can kind of shepherd you back toward
All right.
the front.
All right. As we're walking out, I'll say, young man, uh, what does the stewardess have in store for you?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Hmm. What keeps you here?
Well, the pay and the room and board mostly.
But you are so far from home.
This is my home.
The blood of the desert runs through your veins, does it not?
Callie kind of comes up and puts her hand on Tarsk and is like, "Are you gonna come join us?"
Oh yes, of course. I would never forsake my friends here.
Of
But
course,
let
sir.
me have a
Thank you
word
so
with
much.
this
Not
young man.
run along. I'm sure the stewardess needs you for something.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. And just kind of like is a stuttery, confused mess because people don't normally talk to him. Yes,
Callie
people
kinda
do
like-
not hold conversation with this aide.
I'm turning my attention back to Tarsk. Maybe be a little more choosy of your targets next time. Maybe not impressionable children.
I'm sorry.
And she just walks.
This one will be
So-
a problem.
Yeah, so you're back at the front, and the portcullis is up, but the guards are right there.
I give the guards a bow and assume they were going to open the gates for us to exit, or are they already open?
You're done already. And
Thank you.
sure. Just kind of like starts lowering the chain on the side and the portcullis drops, and his like counterpart guard kind of gives you a little bit of a look. Doesn't look like your stay in the Imperial Fortress was very long.
Just how I like it. And just kept walking.
I ask him if do people normally stay here long? Are there groups like ours?
Well, as far as strange-looking foreigners like yourself, some of their stays, a lot of them tend to be permanent in nature. Good to see that you made it out.
We'll just get out. We'll be going.
Oh man.
All right, so it is evening. This is pretty much dinner time, packing up and going to bed. I mean, this is post dinner time. This is pack up, go to bed time.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a number of different inns and taverns in this city where you can stay. Elgar knows a few of them since he's been staying in Basilich a fair amount longer than the rest of you.
Dope. All right. So, would you guys? Sounds like she wants us to stay. Would you guys like to find an
wait.
inn?
Oh shoot! Wait, I'm a Ghostwise halfling. If I roll a 1, I can roll. Okay, I'll keep that in mind next time.
Good old Lucky.
Forgot about that. Oops.
You guys like your own inns? Like to stay in the same inn? I know a couple.
Just the safest one, preferably. Not too loud.
What's the safest one?
What's the safest
The
one?
safest one. You know of basically 3 different inns in like different neighborhoods, like different comfort levels. The safest one is obviously the most expensive one. It's in a nice part of town. And it's an actual hotel rather than actually being like a tavern with a common area or whatever.
Okay.
How
do I know how much that costs? I mean, I might not. I don't.
Yes, it's a comfortable night's stay, so it's 2 gold pieces per night.
Gotcha.
Wait, I should go get my
Oh, we
reference.
I know
just
a pretty nice inn down the way. It's about 2 gold pieces a night. It's a little pricey, but we did just get paid. But it would be, we'd probably be.
Some of us more than others.
I mean, the tourmaline payout was open to everybody, but I appreciate nobody mentioning that to her, considering she said she owned it, or if the city owned it, I suppose. But
I like kick you, like shut up.
right,
Looking at Callie, like, you're trying to, like,
right. Everybody, material things, different values. Right, yeah, of course.
Sorry, what was that?
Of course.
What did you end up?
Right, so would you all like to
Oh,
stay
right.
there? It's 2 gold pieces, but should be pretty safe spot.
I mean, I'll do it.
Sorry, not
Do we
2
need
gold
to stay
pieces.
together?
8. Sorry,
8?
not 2 gold. 8 silver.
Okay.
Oh.
8
that's
silver
like 8
pieces
I
for the
I-
for the
I got my
nicer.
numbers wrong.
All good.
the-
I just, sometimes.
the in stays per day versus lifestyle expenses.
Gotcha.
2 different tables.
Cool.
What is the keep that we were just in? What is it, like a place of business, or do people like live there?
It's basically the city center. It's like the Capitol building.
Okay, so
Essentially.
like presumably she goes home at night, right?
Yeah, I mean, or she has a room there. Same way that I mean, like in the cap, like in Washington D.C., they do have like apartments and rooms.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she probably has a house somewhere.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm tired. What's the closest?
What's the
Elder, the closest inn is called the Slow Ferret. It's kind of a, it's like a long-term inn, but it's more of like a
motel?
Gotcha.
kind of trashy in comparison to like,
Well,
this nice hotel.
Not the nicest place, but there is a place nearby. It's called the Slow Ferret. It's more of a down on your luck sort of place, but maybe a decent place to stay under the radar.
Sounds perfect.
Sure.
Cool. I did not think it was.
The Slow Ferret it is.
All right, so the Slow Ferret is fairly close. It's right near the marketplace, which is how it gets most of its traffic. I mean, you walk in and it's kind of, it's not exactly fancy. Certainly not the level of craftsmanship in the architecture as the Imperial Fortress had. But a younger woman is standing behind the bar, and she's basically got the late night crowd of stragglers, people getting their last drink of the night, or just people who are stopping in for a hot meal.
Callie's gonna walk up to the bar and ma'am, how much for just 1 plate?
Plate? Well, that'll be 5 copper. You'll be wanting ale?
No, thank you.
No ale. 4 copper.
All right. Callie just slides it gently across the table.
Takes it, she takes him, like, flicks her finger against him, just testing the purity of the copper. Ends up, just pockets it, turns around, gets you a nice cool glass of water, a chunk of cheese, a couple slices of bread, and basically takes some like gravy out of the pot and just kind of pours it over the bread.
Sure.
Gravy, hell yeah.
I sit at a table that would fit 4, but I'm not necessarily inviting them to sit with me.
I 100% get this gravy plate, and I sit down with Kalia.
All right. Would you like ale with that?
Of course.
Okay, so that's 5 copper.
All right. Is
Give her
there
5 copper. It's half a silver, right?
is there,
Half a silver, yeah.
Cool. Just
is
check.
there like is there an actual bar?
Yeah, there is an actual bar.
Okay. Can I reach atop the bar if I sit at the stool?
You can climb up the stool and stand on the stool to like
Okay,
be
I'll-
able to
I'll-
lean on the bar.
I'll do that. Sure.
She looks at you and she like kind of like almost shoos you away and gives you like a weird look. She says, I don't serve kids here.
Oh, I'm not asking for any alcohol. I
then is it
merely
food
would like to have a
wanting?
pleasant conversation.
Callie just eats her bread.
Will you be buying food while you're here?
What is the price that you ask for information?
Information. Depends on the information.
Oh, perhaps I'll have a nice meal while we chat for a bit? Would that be okay with you? Is it a woman or a man?
Woman.
Okay.
Maybe 25, 30 years old.
Okay.
You have different
Oh, so
recruitment
she's- yeah.
scripts based on gender.
No, no. Tarsh doesn't see differences. All of you humans look the same. No, I'm kidding.
all you humans. look
Racist in the
alike.
good way. No, just... Good lord.
You people.
All right.
I sit next to
Um,
him and
yeah, but,
put my vibe on the table for a plate.
You said you sit next to him and get a plate as well?
Yes,
Okay. So is that with ale or without ale?
with.
Okay, 5 copper and Tarsk 4 for your meal. And
4 copper. Cool.
4 copper, yep. And so she just kind of leaves the rest of the patrons to their devices and gives you like a kind of weird, like she's curious about you. She's certainly curious about you because you're a kid. And
Okay.
and she doesn't see many of kids talking in the weird manner that you do.
All right. So I'll say, what do you? How is life here in? How is life here in Basilich? Has it treated you well?
Can't complain about it. Got a good business going on. People like me, got a lot of regulars.
And what of your government? What is your opinion of the politics of the area? What of the stewardess?
Person that sits in that big hunk of rock couldn't care less to me.
I see. Who do you live here with?
Just me and myself?
It's very interesting.
You taking
Have
an
you,
interest in my personal life,
Oh,
little one?
I make it a point to learn about people. I'm curious. Have you ever sought anything outside of Basilich?
No reason to. Not that there's much out there.
But what if I could tell you of something more glorious that lies just across the little straits to the south?
Little straits to the south. You got some big aspirations on you for such a young boy.
I've been many places. Basilich is just another
You're one of them
stop.
traveling types, aren't you?
Yes. And you could be a traveling type as well.
I see him going off the rails and I just kind of like pick him up and put him down. And like stick my leg up on the, like cross him on the other bench so he can't get back up there.
Oh,
I'm just like,
Come on!
and I just ask her, so do you see many travelers? We're close to, what is the building called? The big one?
The Imperial
Keep.
Fortress.
Before the keep. You're pretty close to it. Do many of them come in here?
Travelers, no, not many of them go Imperial Fortress. Most of the travelers we get mostly come from the docks. Merchants, sailors, adventurers, them's the like.
Any particular place they're usually from?
Nah, no, not many Ionians. Not anymore. Damn near killed my business, it did. Them simple living types really did love just having a bed to sleep on and some bread in their stomachs.
Give Callie a dirty look, like
Callie's pretending not to listen.
No, we get a fair number of them bilgewater traders, bilge rats we used to call them, but they're some of our best business now. There's a whole table of them over there. She motions into the back, and it's just kind of like, bandana clad, striped shirt wearing, sort of like traditional pirates. All they're gambling and playing cards.
okay. No, I forgot my question.
You don't look like you're from around here either yourself. What are them little gizmos and doodads you have there on your shoulders?
I'm not. These are from Piltover. I built them.
Piltover, you're one of them gearheads.
I am, yes.
Tarsh
they
standing
many
at the
of them?
foot of the bar stool. Huh?
Making the best of getting sat on the ground.
Do you see many from Piltover in here?
Nah, no, them highfalutin, snooty university types don't really bother themselves with my little place, but you see them walking around, trading their inventions and their gunpowders and all of them fancy stuff that they do. Lots of Zonites, though. Lots of Zonites.
In here?
Yeah, this is their kind of place. It's cheap, it's loud, it's friendly.
Ooh. What up? Can kobolds go in? They're like in tribes. Do they go in there? I don't know.
Kobolds. Oh, sorry. Is that like just a question for the
That's-
DM?
Yeah.
or-
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. Kobolds, goblins, like the non-civilized races, they basically just aren't allowed in cities.
At all. Okay.
Yeah,
They're like wild animals in the
yeah,
woods.
they're like wild
Whoa,
animals.
whoa, whoa! Don't say that about my followers.
Yeah, they're basically treated like either wild animals, like basically indigenous people.
Mm.
Just, in these small expansionist or in these like young expansionist empires, they're basically treated as you're
Maybe
undesirable
they're
because
people,
you're-
but compared to like Noxus's empire, no.
yeah, you can speak. You can certainly speak, but the ability to speak does not make you intelligent or
Okay.
so. It's that general. Yeah.
Hey, one of them is smart enough to accept the fate.
Oh
so-
yes, smart enough to go jump in the void.
Okay. Well, thank you. I just grab my plate and beer and go over to the table with the other two. But I'm like.
Okay, as she
putting
leaves,
myself
I
in
scramble
the
back to
corner.
the top of the bar stool.
Okay,
back,
so
aren't
while
you?
that was happening, Callie's just been sitting there in silence, like almost not like
That's kinda
bristling,
awkward.
but she's like literally Elgar was like the last person she wanted to come over and sit with her, obviously.
I sat in the seat next to you, like it's like a table for four, but I sat next to you rather than across from you. But
And
you
she
didn't
was
seem like
just
you wanted to
silent.
talk, so I'm just like forking it down. But I did sit next to you.
Yep.
Are you like eating as fast as you can, or just like eating?
Nah, just like that's my focus.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Same, but slower.
So
I'm
I
not
feel like
listening
Like
in.
eyeing
now.
him.
Oh yeah, side eye every now and then, but also like flicking my attention, like with Spia's conversation, hearing Piltover and listening.
I sit down and I ask Callie, "What do you know about Zon?"
Honestly, not much. I mean, I'm but a student of the Blade Dancer in Ionia, and really Ionia is all I know. There's not much. I haven't been outside of Ionia until now, and well, if I may be blunt, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't asked to be here.
I like give a look at Elgar, like these are the people.
Look, I kind of take a break from all the gravy. I
Little
probably
bit like in his
would
beer.
have would have preferred not to be here either, to be totally honest. But it's better than the alternative at Noxus.
What's your alternative?
Well, I have been a craftsman for a couple of years, but I'm a little stronger than most, and having any sort
does
of
say so
strength
himself.
totally gets you into warbands here. So I've been trying to lay low. Invisha, as a player, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Invisha invited me here said they had noticed me, but there was an alternative to a warband, and I don't exactly fancy dying for a country that I wasn't born in. Well, I guess I was born here, but doesn't feel like it, you know?
No.
Callie kind of
No.
visibly-
I was
Callie
raised by foreigners, if that helps.
a little bit of her guard let down now, like starting to soften up a little bit because she's starting to realize that Elgar, he may not be a Noxan like through and through, but again, like all she knows is that noxious,
Noxus.
yes, sure, invaded her homeland at one point in time. So literally, it's just like
Bad feelings.
a brick wall at first. Sure.
I'm out. Was that while you were alive? Or do we have no time?
I was a student when it happened. Like I was still like in training, right?
How old is Callie?
She's like 28.
Oh yeah, so Noxus invaded Ionia like they lost the war in Ionia like 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I mean, she would have been basically 20 when they invaded, 23 when the battle at the Placidium happened, and Irelia personally cut off Swain's arm. And then she would have been she was a student there, so she was probably in the middle of it.
So we're doing current, like, where Riot is at right now, right?
Yeah, this is current day. We're starting at current day lore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, before I was so rudely placed on the ground,
Let's make this one quick. We'll do a contested like a contested persuasion check
oh, okay.
to
Sure.
try and get her to your side. Or actually no,
Oh,
just
I wasn't gonna try and void her. I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
keep it
Then
neutral.
let's have a conversation.
But then I will eventually attempt to void her at the very end. So.
Let me get information from you, and then have you heard of the void?
So I want to ask, has there been any talk around this tavern, or have you overheard anything about the inn, or sorry, the mine to the what direction did we go?
The east.
East.
Southeast.
The
It's
mine
like
to the east.
Oh wait. West. Sorry, west.
West.
I
The
was
mine
weird.
to the west.
Which one? There's a well, there's a whole lot of them.
Any mine that you may have heard, anyone mention anytime recently?
Well, yeah, we get a fair number of miners through here. They're a little more of the rough and tumble crew. So, actually, I think there's one here now. She like looks around for a minute and then just like kind of snaps her fingers a few times and calls and says, hey, Yalen, come here. It's here. This kid wants to ask about the mines. You work at one of them, right?" And Yalen, he's like a big, like muscly dude, almost matching Alger in terms of size.
Okay, hold on.
He's like
I'm teasing.
6'2", maybe 220 pounds.
God damn.
And it's like strong. Like this man breaks rocks with his hands for a living. And he sits down. He sits
With
down
his
with
hands.
well, with his hands.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Smashing rocks and things like
Gotcha.
that. But yeah, he sits down, hands around his big tankard of ale, and looks at you, who has climbed back onto the bar stool, and you're, that's the height difference between the two of you, and he's like hunched over, sitting down, looking at you. He says, "Yeah, what did you need to know about the mines?"
Oh yes, you are definitely the mining type.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that you're a very strong-looking individual. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd like to hear that. I do like to hear that.
Yes. Look at me. I could never mine, but I was curious. Which mine do you normally work in?
Oh, it's a what do we mine? What do we mine in there? It's
Perhaps it's a tourmaline.
No, it's not tourmaline. That's my buddy Eric.
Eric. And where is Eric now?
I haven't talked to Eric in months. Our schedules just didn't line up. He was on his break just before I returned, and I just came back about a week out, and he's been on shift for 2 weeks now. Set to come back next week. Yeah. So yeah, he's probably still out there.
without saying without anything else, I just like put my hand on his back and I'm like, I'm sorry, my friend.
Yeah, fine, and it's a lonely work if you're not friends with any of the men in your crew. Very lucky I am. They're a good group of guys. And he just kind of like claps you on the back in return and almost like knocks you off the stool. Yeah, you're like.
Well,
what did you want to know about?
oh, I was just wondering if you had heard anything from back from that tourmaline mine anytime recently.
No, we
Anything
don't get.
about it at all?
No. Well, production's been slow. They said it's getting a little awkward. They said there's no they don't have the chunks in the rock, no veins to go. So they've been having to strip mine it, building out big ditches in the bottom of the mine and having to just sort through them all hand by hand. Why are you looking to be a bit of a miner yourself, young one?
I wish I could. It is such a noble profession. But I don't quite have the physique for it, if you couldn't tell.
He's been kind of like looking into his at making eyes at the bartender. But when he asks this to you, he kind of like turns to the side, drink in hand, and like gives you a good look. And he rolled double nat 20s on his insight to get through,
shoot.
or his perception to get through. And his eyes, as he's saying young one, he just, what are you?
I am but a simple messenger.
Messenger to who?
Messenger to the world. I've come to deliver a message. Would you care to hear it?
First, actually, what does Tarsk look like as a Yordle? Because
what does he look like as a Yordle?
Yeah. What color's his fur?
Yeah. He's got kind of white. He's got white fur, like basically like pure white. As far as like his fur goes, his face is a little bit like longer horizontally than not like Timo horizontal width, but wider than average, I'd say. And he's got very kind of like soft eyes. His eyebrows are kind of like slanted upwards, so he looks very calm all the time, you know?
Okay. So he's just kind of looking at this little snow bunny looking dude in front of him. Just
Yeah, kind of like that.
Messenger to the world. That's also a big world out there. What's the message?
I can only give you the means to help yourself. But if you would like to reach enlightenment, you can make your way to the desert.
The
Or
desert.
to the south.
Enlightenment. Yeah, I think enlightenment's a little out of reach for old Yallen here.
It's out of reach for nobody. Everybody can find their way. And I did want to like tell this to the barkeep as well. So at this point, I'll just sort of like look over to her. She's presumably been like here during this whole conversation.
Yeah,
She hasn't seen through me yet, has she?
No, she doesn't know, and she's very confused at this, like, what are you? And the very sudden shift in the tone of the conversation.
I think that Destiny has much for you outside of Basilich as well. If you would care to help yourself to what the Void has to offer, make your way to the desert.
The Void.
It does not matter how long it takes.
Well, I've been
It's permanent off, by the way.
Been well, a little bit bored recently with the mining. It's going slower. I heard about a ship heading west, going to one of them Shreeman towns.
Yes. That is the perfect place to go.
They said they're doing what they're calling sand mining.
Ah,
They
yes.
have these sand mages who open pits in the sand, and well, we have to go in there and shore them up. It sounded kind of interesting.
Yes. I believe that may be the calling that the void has for you. Seek out this work, and if you find a void rift, do not hesitate.
Well, maybe you're on to something, little messenger man.
And if you can, tell your friends.
We were thinking of looking for work. Maybe I'll ask Eric when he comes back. And he this time his clapping you on the back isn't so heavy. He just kind of puts his hand on your back and just pats you a few times. I think
Is he patting him at child height, or is he patting him at Yordle? Is there a difference?
no, they're the same height. Yordles are 3 and change feet tall. So this a 9-year-old kid is almost 4 feet tall. So
we
yeah.
don't notice the difference.
Yeah, so he's just he just kind of pats him on the shoulder, pretty gently, and just well, thanks. Then you're in the right place, right time. Thanks. And he just kind of finishes his drink, chips a copper at the bartender, and pushes his chair away to go up to his room.
All right, cool. Okay. As he does that, I'll. What does the bartender do?
She's just kind of giving you another side eye with the how weird the conversation got so soon, but she collects the tankard, collects the copper, and just kind of remarks,
As she's going up, I'll kind of give her the wave or whatever, and I'll climb down from the bar stool and go and join my party.
She gives you the nice little wave back and starts cleaning up the bar. You've converted yet another man, at least to entertain the notion.
So while all that was happening, because those kind of we would have probably finished our food. Callie probably would have taken a sweep around the room just to make sure no one was watching us, in particular.
Okay, perception.
Okay. Perception is.
Who's got time for perception?
Oh, I have
when
+3. Okay,
eating
16.
delicious gravy covered food.
16. Okay,
Yeah.
it's no one's really paying attention to you. The only people, the new people who are walking in, they kind of glance at you and oh, that's a weird group, but no one's eyeing you.
Sure.
No one's watching you.
Cool.
So yeah, you've
my
pretty much
friends.
all finished your food at this point.
My friends, I come with information.
What'd you find out?
There was a young man named Eric who worked at that mine that we had just returned from. I know not his whereabouts, but as it turns out that the tourmaline mine was undergoing quite the shortage. They were down to essentially strip mining. The veins were running dry.
All right.
Interesting, but
They have
if
not
the
returned in. It's been they've been on shift for a number of weeks now presumably before anything terrible had happened.
Sure. But if the mines are running dry, then why would someone come in and kill all the miners? And I mean, it didn't look like they stole anything unless there was something else in the mine.
I mean, and I kind of speak this quieter, so more only the group could hear it. I mean, there was a fair amount of tourmaline in those barrels.
Kick him again.
Who can say?
Right. I eat more gravy.
Who can say, my friends?
So how much for a room here?
I
believe
assume you go
Yes.
pretty.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, you go back to well, are you going to be wanting 4 rooms or one for the gentleman and yourself?
I'll take one to myself, thank you.
Yeah, as she's like asking for one for herself, like one for everyone, and then she's kind of like one for herself, like one for whoever wants their own.
Well, that'll just be a silver
She slides
for the night's stay. Thank you.
A silver
can pay-
piece.
Yeah, 1 silver piece. You can
No,
pay in
one
advance.
silver each or one
Oh,
silver?
each. Yeah, 1 silver per room.
per room.
Okay. Is there?
Right,
Callie
so
does not invite anyone.
is there
to
a
room with her.
discount for sharing a room?
No. Well,
Alright,
as
fine.
much a discount as you share 1 room and pay 1 room price.
Wait, it's 1 silver for 1 room?
1 silver, 1 room.
Callie's already walking up the
Who
stairs.
wants a room? This sounds like an amazing deal. We can all stay in the same room, right? I haven't had a roommate in a while.
Ah, Elgar. Yes, I shall share a room with you if you pay for it.
All right, look.
Contested persuasion.
No,
listen
look.
here, you little
If you're not sharing, if you're not sharing the cost, I mean, I might as well have my own room. I'm trying to sell you to get the room cheaper, but
All right, 60-40. I'll pay 40% of the price.
God damn it! I mean, it's better than paying my own rent, so fine. I guess
All right,
that
90-10.
works.
I'll pay 10%.
No. Hold on. I liked the
That's-
60-40
that is
split.
better than 100%. Yes?
No, but you said 60-40. I slide a silver to this lady, and or was it was a lady, right?
Lady, yes.
And I hold my hand out. And I hold my hand out to get the 40
I hand
silver
him
from
1
you.
copper.
No, hold on. 4 copper, or I'm taking this room for myself.
Fine, I'll give him 4 copper.
Nice. I take the 4 copper. Is there like a key? What's the deal here?
No, she gives you a little like wooden chip that has the room number on it.
Dope. Cool. All right. Kind of gesture to the kid. Spia, own room.
Yeah, I get my own with 1.
Cool.
Okay.
And then
So,
cool. How late is it? Is it like bedtime?
It's
it's-
bedtime.
I mean,
Yeah, it was like evening when we got here, so
yeah, it was evening. The sun was going down, so like, I mean, you didn't take that long in the fortress, so this is maybe like 7:30, 8 o'clock, but like that's dark because there's
It's dark.
There's no
It's
outdoor
not that late. Cool. I guess I'll just kind of chill in the bar for a little bit. Not
Okay.
looking to do anything. Just kind of.
all right.
Yes,
For as
just
long as
hanging out.
Elgar's sitting there, Tarsk will also sit there. But can I listen to any conversations that are happening nearby?
Yeah, sure. I mean, over the course of the evening, you can just Elgar's have you're sitting with him. You can just listen to some of the conversations. They're mostly about work, some some cute gossip by some of these like big, burly, scary looking guys about like, oh well, I asked her to come out with me one night, and she said yes. So I'm
And she
pretty
slapped me in
happy.
the face.
But so yeah, just kind of general like small talk that people make at bars with their
Okay.
friends. Like,
and in response to any of that, I'll just audibly go, young love.
and this is like an old man too. This is like a 50-year-old. With, like,
Oh, it's an old dude? Oh, okay.
yeah,
never
this is
mind.
like some
Sad.
big like fish,
Alright.
like war fisherman kind
Okay,
of
then
guy.
I'll just say,
with, like, yeah.
how sweet.
Okay.
So Callie's in her room, because she wants her like time to do her ritual before she goes to bed. So she like unties like the pink satin ribbon out of her hair, and it like the dark hair like falls to her waist.
Oh,
She
that's
kind
long.
of it's her hair is extremely long. She kind of like sets like she keeps her daggers on her thighs, and she sets them like in a ritualistic like even out swords on either side, and then she starts like doing her Ionian dances to kind of like just center herself, make herself feel comfortable in this space, making sure there's like barrier against the door so no one can just like forcefully enter without making a lot of commotion. and she kind of hums as she's doing it.
Cool. I'm just kind of
Alright.
chilling in the bar, reading, kind of seeing what Tarsk is up to.
Tarska's just sitting there. No one can tell, but his yordle ears are like listening into everything.
Yeah.
Oh, does he have like pointy,
Not
pointy
like pointy
ears?
pointy, but like they're pointed enough that they can kind of like.
Like like dog ears or whatever.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Spia gone to bed?
I made it look like I went up the stairs, but I kind of like snuck around the corner and I'm sitting behind all the Bilgewater guys, just listening to what they're talking about.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. They're mostly talking about just general gambling, the jobs that they've worked recently. It seems like they're all not like pirates, but kind of sailors for hire, and if it happens to involve a little bit of piracy. But generally they're just kind of just chatting about work, chatting about like how much money they made off of this thing, this crazy person that like wanted them to do this or sail this way. Sailing, sailor stuff. Fair amount of swearing involved. They are sailors.
Does that hurt Spia's ears? That's...
Oh, probably not.
Yes, the innocent young girl.
God.
All right.
Cool. Well, whenever it's bedtime, I tuck in.
Yeah. If I didn't hear anything interesting, then when Elgar heads up, I'll just follow him up.
All right. So yeah, the night ends. And let's take 5 minutes. Congratulations, you've leveled up to 2nd level now.
Yay.
And a
I'm
long
going to film-
rest.
I have key points.
Yes, and a
now.
long rest.
I don't have rock damage anymore.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to start doing like actual monk shit now. Like I flipped
So-
over Elgar's
I got
back
action
once, but this is
surge,
like
so-
pop, pop, like double attack now.
And 9 more HP points. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to fill up my water bottle. Let's take 5, and we'll be right
Okay.
back.
We're gonna throw up a bit of a standby screen. We'll be back in 5 or so minutes. Yeah.
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 All right. We'll see you in just a little bit. Thanks for watching.
There's always either you use a soundboard, or you have to be like pretty accessible with doing voices.
He can hear the stream can hear us once again. So all right, so we have returned. Jack,
What's
your
up?
microphone is muted. There
No,
you
I'm
go.
here. Hello.
It was for a second there. All right.
Yes, gotcha.
So we have returned and welcome back to GRDnD. Well, we're not going to recap anything because it's been 5 minutes, but we'll go ahead and get started. So we have awoken in the morning, presumably.
Yep. Next morning, everything went fine. Yeah, no one got like murdered in their sleep or whatever.
Awesome.
Well, that's a
Callie.
success.
Callie ties her hair back up and straps her daggers and does her morning ritual as well. Puts her swords at her side and opens the door.
Go to the bartender. Do you sell any rations? I had to dispose of some of mine.
Rations.
You know, jerky, pretty stale bread, the usual.
Well, I suppose I could sell you some of our provisions if you really want. I'm not sure if they're
Elgar, I believe the
particularly
word
good
you're
for-
looking for is food.
No, you know, like the things that are a little more have a little more longevity to them.
Oh, well, no, if you're looking for adventuring, the marketplace will be open. I'm sure they have all sorts of fancy high-to-do adventuring shops and things. You can get all of your rations and rope and whatnot.
Of course, no worries. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could also use some
it's,
pythons. Threw a lot of things out. Pythons?
Pythons, yep.
Pythons.
Just as it's just out there. Second left, next right, and yeah, you should be right there in the marketplace.
Excellent. I would like to buy some breakfast for my friends.
Oh
Is
yeah,
this the same bartender?
yeah, same bartender.
Okay,
She's a late night, early morning kind of gal.
gotcha. Elgar, are you like standing at the bar as you're
Yeah.
talking to her?
Yeah, I'm standing for the bar.
Yeah. While this conversation's happening, Tarska's like gotten up on a bar stool to be closer to the same level of height.
For my friend here and the two that are still upstairs. I'm just assuming I'm the first one down. I might not be. I don't.
Fine.
Cool.
What a kindly soul you are, Elgar.
How much
Well,
does breakfast run here?
Well, if you're taking it with the morning ale, it's 5 copper. All the meals here are, but I suppose if you're younger friend,
Elgar would
isn't
remember,
into
but
drink.
Jack doesn't quite. Kalia did not take ale, right?
Callie didn't, Tarsk didn't.
Tarsk didn't, but did Spia did?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I heard
Yes,
it.
I did.
Mhm. Cool. All right. 2 meals with ale, please, and 2 without.
Well, that's 18.
It'd be about
copper
18.
pieces?
Yes, 18 copper pieces.
18.
1 silver, 8
so-
copper, of course.
Yep. So thank you very much. I'll have them prepped and heated for when they get down here. And she turns around and like goes to the griddle and starts scrambling up some eggs. It's basically, she's
Like
got
right
a wood oven
Gotcha.
and then the stovetop.
Does she look good at cooking?
She looks like she has been doing it for a long time. I mean,
Okay.
it's hard to screw up scrambled eggs if you've been making them for 10 years.
I don't know.
I'd find a way.
Smelly ferret or whatever.
I'm so sorry, my dear. I was very rude last night to not ask for your name.
Oh, it's Kath.
Cat, like Kath, as in.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Have you Cat? Have you given any thought to my message from last night?
What, moving out and going to the middle of the desert? No, not hardly.
There's surely a place for you there. Something you could find your way and eventually join the ennoble nothingness.
No, I think I got everything I need here. I got myself an inn, my family's. You know, I've been taking care of this place ever since Dad died. But
And
no,
are you not lonely now without your
no,
family?
no, not at all. I've got everyone around me. Everyone who comes through here, all the new and old faces.
Callie comes down the stairs at this time and
I see.
kind of
Well,
scans.
the offer always is available. We will all come to it at some day.
Well, thank you, boy. It's nice that you're extending these offers to all of us.
Sorry, it was just so funny. Jack just like full bottle just.
What's up? Oh, I thought you were laughing at Tarsk.
No, I was laughing at you.
It's all good.
Sorry.
I was brought a bottle during the
Nice.
5-minute break. It's all good.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. It was my birthday
So,
yesterday.
I know I'm Tarska's done. So,
Yeah, Callie had come down the stairs at this point and has joined the table.
Well, what's on your docket for this morning? Have anything anywhere fun to go?
I don't do. We're kind of waiting around.
the word is between jobs, Kalia.
Sure. The stewardess asked for our presence in the city, but kind of on a standby for now. So, I heard Elgar may need some rations from last night, so maybe hit the shops.
You said the stewardess, like she that lives up in that big hunk of
Yes.
stone up there.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really slumming it down here, aren't you?
Hardly. This is more homey than that was.
Right as she says hardly,
All are equal before the void.
I start like loudly stomping down the stairs, like tired, chewing in front of me, one of the Goldwater boys, like out of my room. Clearly, I'm just like, coffee now.
Kalia, come look. Our friend Elgar has purchased a lovely breakfast for all of us.
I got the Piltoverin? Piltoven?
Piltoverian?
What's is
Spia.
there a term? Is
Yeah.
there a term? I got my friend Spia an ale if I could swap it for a coffee. That's a thing.
I don't know.
I just like reach over and I grab the ale anyway and like just start chugging it.
Ale's good. I take it back. Thank you.
Just where the dog?
Yeah,
Ale's excellent. I kind of cheers you a little bit. Like, you're not really going for it, but I'm kind of like trying to cheers you. I'm like, awesome, cool.
where did coffee come from, and where is the
Ionia, maybe.
Africa, Madagascar? Yes, it comes from Ionia and Bilgewater, like the islands.
So they would
Kind of
have it.
islandish.
So
We're the classic
they
coffee.
would have it.
Bilgewater's the.
They would trade with Ionia.
Bilgewater's
they trade with
Folgers.
Bilgewater,
Cool. Cool. Well, yeah. So wait, is there coffee? She's drinking ale. I'm drinking ale. It's all good. We're good.
Well,
She is, yes, she is
Elgar-
brewing coffee though. You can smell it.
Ah.
Well, thanks for the breakfast, Elgar. You didn't have to do this.
No, I
and she
mean-
like cautiously picks at the food.
It's all good.
Kalia,
Not-
look
Poisoned.
Look
Why am
how
I looking at
considerate
time?
he is. He even ordered yours without ale.
So kind. It just starts like slowly eating it, but like now she's like cautiously watching Elgar and Tars because now she's like, okay, these guys. are
Elgar's
in
like
on
watching
something.
you go for a bite, like with like the fork slowly going towards his mouth too. Like,
Okay. By the way, residents of Piltover are referred to as Piltovans or Piltovians.
Piltovans, yeah. And Zonites call them
oh.
Pilties.
Pilties.
Pilties, yeah. I
Little
found it.
But that's more of a, yeah, that's more of a
Slang.
nickname.
Right, I got you.
Little
I
bit of
will
slang.
remember
Actually, yeah.
Piltovans
Oh, you
and
fancy
Piltodians.
upper city pilties up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Cat.
Ember
I
wants
said
to
Spia,
play.
it's all good.
So I see them like eyeballing her, and I'm not sure, and I don't want food anyway. So I just like push mine towards Elgar.
The ale? Or wait.
Food. I'm drinking. The
You're
beer's gone.
drinking, you're left your food you don't eat. I will
Yeah.
take it.
Okay. So you're all fed and well, you had your morning beer and nothing else.
It's all a girl needs, really.
It's harder.
That and her bilge water boy, am
Get
I
you
right?
if you can't get woken up by coffee.
There was other protein.
All right.
God damn it.
Tarsk is did she set out like the food for Tarsk and everybody?
Yeah. As
Yeah,
you
we've
came down,
been
she
eating.
finished it
Tarsk
up
like
and-
starts eating, but as everyone like is coming down, he starts really getting into it. And he's kind of like he's eating, and then eventually he just sort of forgets he has food, and he's too busy talking about stuff and like talking to his compatriots. Oh, look how great Elgar is! Yada yada yada. How kind of him. Why don't
You spend a
trust
solid like 3 minutes not eating, and I kind of like am talking to you and like sliding the plate away to see if you say something. like no,
Tarsk like
no,
has forgotten
good.
he has food.
Cool, I eat it.
three rations there. Three whole meals for you.
I'm a big boy based on the weight I set out for myself.
That's true.
So
You're like
Callie kind of
nothing.
like stands up and like looks at her compatriots and she's like, "So, Elgar, since you happen to, know the area a little bit, seems we're gonna be here for a few days. So, would you like to show us around?"
How wonderful.
Yeah, sure. I can show you
I'm
around.
glad that we have all come to trust one another.
Trust is a very strong word.
Elgar kind of notes it, but he's like, soon, kind of like in his head. Yeah, I need to pick up some rations. I threw a fair bit out of my bag for. I kind of like look at Spee. I'm like rocks. All of our rocks we picked up, but you grab a few rations if you guys want to look around. It's fine. I guess we're kind of somewhat at the whim of Invisha.
Invedia.
Right. Yes. No. Invetia. Of course.
And we walk out.
All right. So
I can
who
read.
remembers the
All right,
directions she
read.
gave?
Second to the left.
Oh.
Oh, for the market?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
But Elgar would know the way anyway, but
Yeah. that
Yeah.
too.
Directions plus Elgar. We got it. Cool. Yeah. I'll kind of walk the group over to the market area and look to grab some jerky, stale bread, kind of the typical ration stuff.
Yep. I mean, yeah, jerky, hardtack, or like sourdough and stuff. That sort of
Yes.
heartier bread, dry cheese, all of
Excellent.
those. Yeah.
can
all of
I
those
look
things.
around the market and see if there maybe are any Ionian traders or even Vastia traders, or maybe someone who's selling wares that look like they may be from Ionia?
I feel like you'd be hard pressed to find Ionian traders in Anoxian
It
City.
is a
yeah.
port city though, so
True.
maybe.
It was recently, 5 years ago, had a rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. So you're looking around looking for namely like the trademark features of Ionians or even the actual magical look of Vestians. But also you're kind of scanning these wares looking for anything that might be Ionian in nature, possibly like carvings or like spiritual totems or things. You do hear one voice definitely not an Ionian accent, but we're going, come see 'em, the trinkets of the world, treasures of Ionia, right here, them all, low price.
She kind of.
Does this catch Tarsk's ear too?
Yeah, I mean, if you're walking near, yeah, if you're all
Yeah,
kind of walking.
I feel like we're all like
Alright.
together. Right?
Is there like a rations booth near it?
A rations booth?
I
No.
don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
is this
find,
like what kind of market is this? Is this like
like an
people,
open
like,
air
set up their
sort of
stands
stall?
and
Yeah,
whatnot?
Gotcha.
like
Okay.
an open air stall market. People bring in their carts, or even just like
If they break
How
off
tall
to
all
check
their
this
stuff on
the
guy, I go
ground.
grab my rations.
How
Yeah.
tall is the counter? Is it taller than me?
Yes, or like you're standing on your tippy toes and seeing the things on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So Callie's gonna like walk a couple feet forward, but not quite like eye contact with the marketer, because she obviously doesn't want to engage, because she wants to make sure, she just wants to give like a quick pass over and see if it's even authentic enough for her to waste her time looking.
Tarsk goes up to the thing and starts like, yes, please. What are these wares that you purport to have?
Ah, good eye, my.
Does
check.
Just gotta
she
roll.
know?
No, he does not. He is a good eye, my little boy. Well, if you have the coin, I sell a very wide variety of treasures of Ionia, float crystals and ever growing woods, and well, this one here, he like picks up a little like a little white wood trinket in the kind of like almost like a Celtic cross sort of design, where it's sort of woven,
Yeah,
and he,
I
and he
know
holds
what
it
you're
out,
talking about.
and he says, yeah, and this one, this one keeps you safe from disease, and well, this one here is supposed to help you win luck with the ladies, although handsome young lad like you, I'm sure you won't have any trouble with. Well, I mean, these are all, and he's just kind of explaining these just random little trinkets and things.
Yeah.
They are not
they like?
authentic.
Are
not
they?
at all.
They're not authentic at
No,
all.
these maybe they might be made of like Ionian based trees or anything, or like your wood.
Like a
or
ship
stuff.
exploded and they just
Yeah,
grabbed a piece
like-
of wood and like handcrafted this shit. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Callie
like
just kind of.
someone
so none
snuck
of it's-
into
none of it's
Ionia
real.
and chopped down a
But
tree.
you wouldn't know that. I mean, I know that, but I don't think maybe Tarsk.
Can Tarsk tell whether they're real or not?
You don't have any experience with Ionia, so no.
Yeah. Okay. But can I tell if they're magical? If they're actually magical?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana's not my strong suit, but I got a 19, so
Okay. So all of these like, totems to ward off disease and trinkets and things, none of them, they're just pieces of wood. They're just pieces of wood and little rocks and things. The floating rocks though, like the little floating crystals, floating rocks, those are magical, but they're not enchanted. They're just kind of naturally, Ionia has a lot of like, just floating islands and things. So
It's like a
Yes.
rock to us.
all right. I'll pretend to be brought in by his what's the word, showmanship, and I'll be like, these are quite lovely trinkets you have here from Ionia, you say?
yeah, yep, all of them straight, authentic from Ionia, handcrafted by.
Does this guy look
by the monks
Ionian, or does he look Noxian?
Oh, he just a kind of scraggly, like 2 forked beard, missing like 2 or 3 teeth in the front of his mouth. He's certainly not Ionian. He does not
Okay.
have any of that kind of.
And how did you come across these, my friend?
I'm a trader. I was given Noxian and Bilgewater high quality goods, and I trade them for these for these magical artifacts in Ionia.
I
Oh,
lean
in
in.
Ionia.
Yeah,
so,
I'd trade back and forth with them. I got a real good relationship with them, with them Ionian folk up there.
Go ahead, Spia.
No, that's okay. He kind of over in it.
Oh, okay. Have you considered trying to trade with the people of the desert? Shurima is
Back in
quite
my
a lovely place.
in my heyday when I was a younger man.
Oh.
Why?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit for me.
Why?
There's such a lovely sight to see in the desert. I was wondering if perhaps you would venture back and seek out.
Callie's hearing this conversation, and she knows the rocks. They're basically our rocks in Ionia, but they're still magical. So she's gonna walk over to the table and kind of like run her hand across it.
As she approaches, I'll be like, look, this is my friend. She is also from Ionia.
I like pick up the rock and throw it, and then before it lands, it kind of floats a little bit and then lands in my hand.
They like toss it up in the So you toss it up in the air and it just kind of floats up there way slower than like it's kind of actively fighting you tossing it. So it just kind of floats up and then just floats back down and just
And I catch it again. So how much?
How much? That one's well, hey, we have to make a fair price here so that my 5 gold.
And she like kind of throws it up again and then like throws a dagger and like catches the dagger and then catches the rock. Just like, just little games that we would play as kids, like just the rocks floating and stuff like that. And she just sets it back down and walks away.
Well,
Five gold? Alright, leaves.
Friend's not much of a haggler, is she?
It would seem not, but you have the chance. Make your way to Shurima. He's like, Tars starts walking away back towards his group, but he's like calling back. The offer's always open.
Yeah, she mainly just wanted to.
What a strange kid.
Yeah, she kind of looks down at Tarsk and she's like, yeah, probably don't buy gravel from peddlers.
I sought not to buy. I sought only to convey.
Oh, of course.
My eyes can spot a swindler.
Callie's gonna like walk toward Elgar and see, like, kind of look over his shoulder, see what he's
Oh
browsing.
yeah, how much do rations cost?
I can tell you that.
Sweet. I threw out a lot of shit to make room for rocks.
That can't be right, can it?
They're pretty cheap.
Yeah, this is 2.5
It's beef jerky.
gold.
It's been a hot minute since I bought beef jerky. I don't know how much beef jerky costs.
It says it's 2 silver. Wait. Or 5 silver for a day's worth of rations.
So is that 3?
I think
Is that 3?
Yeah, that's expensive.
That's fine. If that's what rations cost, that's fine. Okay, so like
I guess
15 for 9 then is what we're going with.
But that's like food only, right?
15 for 9?
So if rations for a day are 5 silver, 15 would cost you 7.5 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just checking. So that's what we're going with? Like 15 silver a day? 1.5 gold?
No, 5 silver a day.
5 silver a day.
Oh, 5 silver a day.
A day's
okay,
rations are 5 silver, yeah.
1.5 gold for 3 days. Got it. I'm buying 9 rations.
All right.
1.5 gold.
I'm like looking at him like, where are you going?
If I register the look, then I'm like, you gotta be prepared. Never know when you're heading to a mine or whatever. I threw out most of mine last time for the rocks, but more than made up for it. And I kind of give you a wink. Rocks.
Callie just kind of like
It's like, God damn it, stop saying what rocks. Okay. I buy my rations. That's all I was looking for.
All right. So you've got your 3 days of rations.
Dope.
9. I got.
Well, no, 3 days, so 9 sets of rations.
3 days of rations.
Would be 3 meals.
Just
so
keep it. Keep
gold
it
No, a
50.
ration
3 days of
is
rations.
3 meals.
Wait, ration is
Whole
3
day.
meals?
why I
Yes,
like
it's for the whole day.
Wait, one ration is. Damn, I bought 9
day of rations.
God damn.
Use
All
5
right.
silver.
Mind blown. I have 9 days of rations, guys.
Okay, thanks.
So
No,
many rations.
No.
No?
You paid 1.5 gold.
Yes.
Each day of rations is 5 silver.
I bought 3 days of rations.
Yes.
Check.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
glad we're all on the same
Is a
page.
ration a meal or a day?
A
A
day.
ration is
A day.
3 rations. I bought 3 rations.
Okay.
I'm
Perfect.
sorry.
I'm the new one.
I
People
pretty
do
good.
it differently, but
Rations. We're done. I got 3 days of rations. Good shit.
There we
Is
go.
there a place to mail? Like an hour?
All right.
Mailing.
Do I know of a place to mail?
I mean, probably don't send that much mail. Most mail is done by like foot messengers.
Okay. Do I know a place to meet with some couriers? Courier?
I am a
yeah.
messenger.
Not that kind of messenger,
Not
Tarsk.
Yeah, I mean, it's all near the Imperial, the city center. You'll have like basically your notaries and lawyers and things, and yes.
Okay. So I like roughly know the area.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had asked that in character, Spia,
I did.
then cool. Yes. There's a place you could find some couriers over near the fortress. If you guys are done shopping, we can head over.
sure.
Tarsk.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
All right,
All right. So we
so-
can head over there.
Yeah, Elgar leads you back to the city center, takes you to the back side of the Imperial Fortress, where basically it's kind of the political or white collar district where you've got all of your doctors, your lawyers, your lower level politicians, things like aldermen and whatnot. And so there is like one kind of, not really a tent, but it's like it's basically like the Caddyshack of messengers. It's just where all of these like, you know, semi professional like kids and stuff go, that where they want to make a quick buck, running letters.
Gotcha.
So would they be trustworthy to send money then? How do I-
To send money, you would probably have to go through like a you know, like a service.
UPS.
So yeah, the equivalent of UPS versus just kind of
Western Union?
Yes. RPS. Runeterra Postal Service.
the NPS, the Noxian Postal Service.
You're right.
But yeah, so you could there is like an official courier service. It's just more expensive.
Okay. I guess we won't do that then.
All
Okay.
right. It's fine by me. Do I know where the more official postal service place would be? I can take her
Oh
there.
yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's nearby.
Dope. I take her
Here in
there.
this area.
Okay.
All right. If these won't do, then we can head just down the way.
Perfect.
Spia, what is it you are trying to send?
I am sending a little bit of money back to my father.
Oh, a dutiful daughter.
I am.
My parents are richer than me, so my fortune's my own.
Oh, well.
Tarsk,
But I
Tarsk looks
respect
at
you. I'm not trying to, you know. Good for you to be.
Yeah, no, as you say that, Tarsk looks at you, and he looks over and looks at Spia, is like, a dutiful daughter. How wonderful.
Right.
Do I
What
feel
he
like
said.
she's telling the truth?
Dutiful daughter.
Do you suspect her of lying?
It's just like the first time she's mentioned a family, and then she's sending money back, so it's like interesting.
Are you lying, Spia?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but she's just like Callie's.
I
just
suppose
pretty-
if you want, you can kind of like contest deception and
No, she's just like noting it. Like that's
Okay.
interesting.
I mean, she can just do that, like, because I don't want anybody to come in with me.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay.
So I would go in alone. So if she wanted to fight me on that.
Oh, so you like go into the postal place alone, or?
Yeah, so like we're all outside. I just told you that I'm just sending money to my dad. I'm like, just wait out here. I'll be just a second.
Tarsh is looking around the city. Is there anything interesting, like outside the postal service?
There are a couple, like, the kids leaving the kids like leaving, kind of coming out of this like courier's nest or whatever, and
Just like on their jobs.
Are you just,
yeah,
are you just kind of like
kinda,
looking around for interesting things?
yeah, looking around for anyone who might send letters.
Good.
One of them is like, "Oh, you're trying to send a letter? Are you? You sure you don't want to, do it a little cheaper?"
Oh.
Yeah, I could give you a deal. We wouldn't have to go through well, these people, they're a little more expensive.
I'm talking to you, Spia.
I know. I just kind of like
Yeah.
shoot him off like towards Tars. Like
okay.
maybe he's interested. He's got family, right, Tars?
I have a message. Yes.
Oh,
If you're looking for something interesting,
do you have
Tarsk, we could head
oh,
outside the city.
He holds out a hand for like the letters. Who do you need me to send it to?
No. I have a message for you, my friends.
Oh my god. That was in character.
I'm like setting the actual place right now while he's distracting them.
All right.
Tarks goes through his whole spiel unless someone's gonna stop him.
Goes through the spiel.
Callie's just gonna walk away,
So
like kind of
let's-
like out
Okay,
of
I go
earshot.
through the spiel. Can I make a contested persuasion check?
all right,
If
sure.
Callie walks away,
Actually,
I would walk with her.
Basically, what I'll say is like, yes, if you wish to make your fortunes, you should go to Shurima. Da 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 da. You know.
Yeah, Shurima, Void Rifts, all the boxes checked.
I'm trying to tailor it somewhat for these kids who are trying to make a quick buck, but you know.
Right.
What is a fortune to eternal nothingness?
Shurima, Nat 20.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Send these kids to Shurima.
Good lord.
All right, so there's maybe like 15, 20 kids tops who are just kind of milling around.
Holy cow.
The percentile die to see how many of them you convinced was not impressive. 7%. One of these kids, like the one that you're talking to, is like, so I could make some good money out in Shurima. They need messengers and stuff.
They're always in need of help out there, but more importantly, you can find the Void Rifts. There's plenty of fortune to be found there.
How am I supposed to get there, though?
There are ships, plenty of ships that will take you across the ocean.
Come on, do I look like I have the money to buy a ship?
How much
over
does a
to-
ship cost? Or how much does a ride on a ship cost?
One silver per mile. That
How
you're
many
going.
miles is it if they were to try and just take a one over the Shurima Desert?
A lot of miles. You have to go around
Several
Noct.
hundred gold.
Yeah, you have to go around the
Yeah.
like what is that, a peninsula?
Yeah, there's an entire peninsula that you have to go. So like,
All right. Well, I'll say, consider this an investment. You will, and I'll just advise him to, keep on doing his dutiful work, but save up some money so that he can make more by, or not make more. I'm not gonna say that because that would be lying. But consider an investment in
Expand his opportunities.
expanding opportunities by making his way to Shurima.
okay.
So Elgar and I had like walked off, and Callie kind of like noticed he was following her, so she's gonna like take a deep breath. So, not from Noxus. So where are you from again?
Well, I mean, depends on your definition from, and I know you're kind of like biased against Noxians. But I was born in Noxus. but my parents are from Freljord.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Did they make the move here, or?
I mean, you're familiar with how Noxus is.
Of
Sort
course.
of a join or forcibly join sort of scenario. So they joined. They're
Are
craftsmen.
they still around? Like,
Yes. No,
Oh.
of course. They're craftsmen a little bit deeper into the Empire. I've sort of followed in their footsteps, but caught the eye of Invisha. Or Nvidia. Or whatever.
Yeah, Nvidia, sure.
Right. That.
So, what are you? Are you like planning to join the army, or are
No.
you?
I mean, the reason that I'm here at all, I avoided joining the army, joining a war band. I sort of got, I mean, as you may have, a letter from Nvidia, and she acknowledged that they had noticed that I might be suitable for a war band, and she suggested an alternative, which is
That was kind of her.
whatever we did at the mine. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth or whatever. What isn't there like a Noxian lizard mount? Shit, I don't remember the name of them. It's weird.
I'll find it. Continue your conversation.
I
Sure.
say gift that thing in the mouth.
Sure.
So
You know, in Ionia, it's an honor to even be considered to study as a monk, or is it not the same for you? Do you not feel that honor?
I mean, raised by foreigners.
Is it the basilisks
and,
from the Kamungu jungle?
It's not
No.
Scarl, if that's what that is.
No, the basilisk.
It might
Basilisk.
be. It might be. They're like big lizard things. I don't know
They
the
are
specifics.
prize-riding beasts, but after they become too large, they
That's
can
it. Those are those basilisks.
Basilisks, yeah.
Never
They're from the
look a
Kamungu
gift
jungle.
basilisk in the mouth.
Callie's like confused by the terminology, but gets the
Gets the gist. Cool.
gist.
But
Do horses exist in Runeterra?
I would assume, like,
maybe.
Wait,
I
have
mean,
you
like,
ever
that's
seen a horse?
I don't
Ash
fucking know.
Have you ever-
rides on a horse in her newest skin.
Ew.
Oh,
I need
all right.
That's high noon,
That's
Ash.
ghosts.
That's a good point. That is horse
Cowgirl Ash?
dimension, Ash.
Yeah.
Alright, anyways.
Anyway.
Back
I'm out of
to
wine.
what we're doing.
But I don't feel like dying for a nation that I don't feel is entirely my own.
That makes sense.
Aw.
And she just kind of starts walking forward, like ending the conversation because she's like already feels awkward enough talking to you, but now
Yeah,
she's
you
like,
do
"Oh."
that, but I follow you because I don't really get it. I'm just kind of like, yes, of course, walking.
And she's like
Right.
kind of glances behind her a couple times.
Just kind of like looking
Tarsh is
around and
like-
following you.
Tarska's like kind of like jogging to try and catch back up to them as they're walking up.
And I walk out. I'm done sending my messages, and I see like Elgar like trying to grab her ribbon. Like,
Like, wait, hold up.
Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
So we all
Yeah.
convene now.
Speeda,
Cool.
how was sending your father? Did everything go procedurally well?
it did. It was pricey. Noxus is not messing around, but successfully done, so we can go on.
You know, it might have been good of you to invest in that young man outside. He's in need of some money.
No, common sense, but you can't help that. Can you?
Question for the DM. We're kind of just like in limbo. So now that we've like, should we? I don't know. what we're doing.
Find trouble.
Let's go get in a bar fight.
Let's fuck some shit up. Zespia.
I mean, I feel like that's her MO. So
Hey, as a player, I'm down for whatever, but as Tarsk, I seem to be feeling pretty successful recently.
You've gotten some people to consider eternal nothingness. That's pretty good.
I know. Is this XP based? I feel like he's like level 5.
How many NPCs has Tarsk defeated?
3.
Anyways.
Oh man.
I mean, we could, you could do some downtime. Elgar has
Sure.
a job here, so
Yeah, I kind of forge a little bit, kind of for Noxian things, so mostly military stuff.
Oh, like, wait, is this taking place over how long?
it's just a couple of days.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We're
Oh,
just chilling out
sweet.
for days.
Yeah, this is a few
I
days. of downtime.
definitely want to hang out or try to hang out with the party to see if I can get them to like me.
Starts
And
flexing.
then dope.
Callie's very just indifferent about everyone.
I'm trying to sway that indifference. Yep.
Okay, over the course
I'm reading
of
and
a few days,
crafting.
Tarsk will like go around and see what there is in the city, and anyone he can come in contact with and have an extended conversation, he will attempt to send off to glory.
All right, so
Oh, you know what? Actually, one of the nights, just like probably like after dinner or something, Callie's gonna walk up to Elgar. We've all been, we've spent a few days together. She's starting to feel a little more comfortable. He told her about, how he's not quite Noxon, but so she's going to challenge him to a duel. So like it's just like we're
Love it.
sitting at dinner one time, the plates are being washed away, and she just kind of like looks around, and she like whips out one of her like short swords really fast and like sticks it at his throat a little.
Oh, I slap that shit away and draw my stuff.
A lifetime of dangers.
As he
Except your
does
dex
that,
saving throw is a minus one.
so he like knocks my hand away, and I'm gonna grab one of my daggers off my other thigh with my other hand and throw it.
Whoa. Are we just like in the inn right now?
Oh, yeah.
God damn it! I just got a
This
dagger
is
thrown at me.
an Ionian pastime.
How many hit points do you have?
I have 15.
I got a lot more
Are there,
after a
like,
level
people
up.
around right now?
Oh, I don't know. Are there? I'm not worried if there are. I'm kidding.
Kelly doesn't give a shit.
No, this is like, this is the playful banter. Like,
Oh, this is playful. Oh.
In my
Target
backstory,
doesn't buy this.
in my backstory, I sparred with guards, so I'm down.
yeah.
That's what he says. He's like, in my backstory.
In my
I sparred with
backstory,
guys."
I sparred with guards. Are you sure? No. Hey, I mean, if we're going for like some fight, like, are you like throwing like the dagger like lethal?
These
Is
are
kind of like
blunted like.
gotcha. Cool. All right,
He will not
I'm
kill you.
registered.
No.
Elgar registers. He's ready to.
Yeah, it's
Just
like she like
to
grabs
scuffle.
it and says first to 5 and like throws it as she
Oh,
says
first of 5. Jesus, I don't know the rules, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
it. 5 hits.
I know. I mean, Jack knows. Elgar's just like first of 5. The fuck? Like he's just like, let's go.
I like scoot Tarsk back.
Like,
No,
hold
no.
up.
As this happens, Tarsk is gonna like jump on top of the bar and be like,
Can I roll for an attack, DM?
yeah, go ahead, and yeah.
Okay.
just-
Like we are
Alright.
off the rails.
"Are there other people in the bar right now, David?"
Jesus. All right.
Oh
my
yeah,
darts.
these
I
Look
people.
at
start-
my character sheet.
I'm taking bets.
All right, hold on.
Taking bets.
There you
Jesus.
go. You can make some money off this from.
Yeah.
No,
Ooh, my dagger.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Good.
No, go ahead.
A 9.
A 9 does not hit me.
Okay, so it just kind of like
You're
grazes
asking
past your
me.
face a little,
Yeah.
and I'm
oh,
like
I
already readying.
cool. All right.
Ours-
Sweet. I like whip out my shield. I'm not gonna like. I know how sparring works, but I have an
Mhm.
axe. But I'm gonna, blunt.
Blunt
but like,
edge, yeah.
yeah. But that's like my my usual weapon. Cool. All right, sweet. I don't know. Do we roll initiative? I don't. That's
Well,
up to David.
I went first because I threw first.
I
so
would
you-
not have expected a thrown dagger.
Right.
So
Right. Ooh, oh,
My
and
wisdom's low as
with
hell.
a key point, I do patient defense and ready for your for your blow.
I love this.
Okay, sweet. Do I roll initiative or anything? What
No,
do I
no,
do
just,
here?
just go ahead. Just
We're
take
already
turns.
in.
Fuck. All right, sweet. I'm going. Shit. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll try to. Make sure my shield and my axe are out. Kind of go for like a kind of blunted, you know, sort of like kind of angled. Going with the axe, just try to strike at you. Sweet. Shit. All right. I gotta roll. I'm gonna try to attack you. I've got one attack.
It's doing
I
it so
I rolled a
delicately.
19.
Okay.
You have disadvantage because she's dodging.
She's dodging. You're right. She did her patient defense. My disadvantage, I rolled a 12. I have plus 5. 17.
Okay, that hits.
Sweet.
Salt.
Salt. D8. Which one's the D8? This one. No.
God,
Well,
first
if you're
of all,
doing
fucking
some
kill her.
No, if you're doing the blunted, it would be a D4.
D4 for blunted. I don't. Oh, there they are.
Because we're not like actually like full on swinging our blades.
All right.
It's just
I
like,
do. I have dueling. Shit. I do 6 damage to you.
holy shit. Okay.
I have dueling. I'm sorry.
She's talking to the bartender and is like, hey, is this cool?
6 damage. I'm probably aiming for the shoulder. Like
Yeah,
trying to
so,
trying to hurt you, but like not like kill you.
I
Tons of
take
people
the
fighting
blow.
here. It's just
Wasn't a
they usually don't like each other.
wasn't expecting
this
it.
This is probably the halfway point.
I like for sure. Elgar like likes to be liked, so he like is wants.
He likes
He's
to
like-
be liked. So
he's-
he's like trying to
He's trying to walk the line between impressing her, but like not like demeaning by like not trying, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I had my blade, and like as you hit me, like I just kind of like went. So I pulled out my other blade with the hit, and whap whap, gonna hit you twice.
You're going back.
Hey,
Gotcha.
are people taking bets on Spia's pot?
How much money am I making?
How much
Who takes
money
place
am
a
I
bet on?
making,
Wait, who'd you bet
DM?
on?
Wait. So
No,
how are
she's
you
taking
running
bets
these?
from other people.
Yeah, how are you running these bets?
Oh.
Are you just doing like even money on each of them?
Yes.
Jesus, I'm out of wine.
You're
What a
playing
bad
those
time to
dice.
be out of
That
wine.
would be quick because she just like whipped out daggers and nobody was ready for that.
I just imagine you as like you see like the weapons come out and you're just like, money. All right, who's betting on the big guy? Like,
I like take off my like what are those ugly hats that I can wear in like a top hat, like Caitlyn top hat. Like,
There you go.
shove D8 from
All right,
D10.
so I'm gonna go whack whack 2 hits with my blades. So 14.
That does not hit. I have an armor class of 18.
What the? How?
I've got chainmail. I've got chainmail
my
and a
God.
shield.
you could have
Okay.
gone after the child. And
I'm the tanky boy. I'm our party tank.
Well, okay, so with
Tarsk is like watching this. He's like, okay, good to keep.
well,
good to
Callie
know."
went after Elgar because he was the only other one who dueled it with the kobolds. So
Right,
it's
right.
already like this kind of internal competition.
I had to walk a long way. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna swing again. +5. Shit. 12.
Nope.
So they just kind of like glance off your armor. Okay, that's all. With my bonus action, I'm engaged with you. Oh, I can do bonus action disengage, and I'm gonna like flip back.
Wait, you attacked
15.
twice.
Right.
Yeah.
So I get 2 attacks as a monk.
N-
I don't think
I
it's
mean,
a.
are you
extra
spending
bonus.
key points on it?
No.
Are you talking about flurry of blows?
No.
Okay.
I thought I
But
could just
bonus
attack
action would just
twice.
move.
Oh,
No.
at level
'Cause I
5.
have-
We're level 2.
No, but I thought
No,
I
not
said
quite.
I got
not-
dual wielding. at-
You get to attack twice, but when you have a weapon in
You
your
have to use a
offhand,
bonus
it's your
action.
bonus action.
yeah.
Okay, well then I already did it. I'll stay in melee. I used
Cool.
my bonus action to attack.
I
the second.
guess.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I guess.
no dodge this turn, Jared.
I guess it's
Yeah.
my turn. Oh shit! No, not disadvantage. One dice. One
No,
dice.
just straight roll now.
I rolled. I got a total of 11.
No.
I do not
It
hit you.
like glances off like my bracer. I like catch the edge of your like blade with my bracer.
Do we have a score yet?
He's one.
I'm
It's
1.
to
She's 0. That's my turn. I'm a fighter. I ain't got shit.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to like do a little.
At this point,
munch it.
Karska is sort of just like making sure nobody in the crowd's about to get hit by anything flying towards them.
All right. This void's gonna have you. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of going for a second attack, so since I caught it on my bracer, I'm gonna like push off and like roundhouse kick him to the face. So like a
Oh my
Damn.
God.
like a melee kick. Fucking god. 14.
It does not hit. I'm the
Okay.
tank. It's
I
hard.
know.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Bonus action patient defense. I'm like
As
starting
a
to get little
player, I
nervous
was a
now.
beefy boy for you guys. This-
We saw the shirtless video.
Damn, I should get
That's
my
like
character
40.
art done shirtless. Holy shit. That's happening now. I'm messaging Zach. It's gonna be shirtless art.
All right. Bonus action patient defense.
Patient defense. Cool. All right, my turn. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh my god. I rolled a 19 and a fucking 1.
Oh,
God
do
damn
we,
it.
Do we punish natural ones, DM?
No.
Just
Not in this
embarrassment.
case. Just embarrassment.
I thoroughly embarrass myself after she tries to roundhouse kick me. I'm like, ha ha, whoa, fucking
I'm
miss,
Straight to the table.
whiff.
I'm
Good
gonna do
lord.
another monk shit. Like as he whiffs, I'm gonna like step on the blade, like his blade like hit the floor. So I'm gonna like step off and like kind of like fist him to the face, almost like pop in the forehead. Thank
Face
fucking
palm.
god, 19.
That definitely will hit,
Thank
even
God.
without your modifier. That one hits.
Yeah. Well, that was with my modifier. So
Oh, gotcha. With your
that was
modifier,
1
totally.
point of damage. So I just like
We
palm
don't
him
have
in
a
the
modifier
forehead.
damage.
No, like with
Oh,
my
oh,
unarmed
oh,
strike
oh,
to
oh.
hit is +5. So
Mm.
I rolled a 14. So I got a
Right.
19.
Okay, so the damage
So I
is
just
1.
like palm you to the forehead a little
Gotcha.
bit. So
Okay.
I'm like walking around shaking my hat. 1 and 1. Who's in?
1 1 1 1. Games to 5. Who wants in? All right.
Okay.
What's your bonus action? Did you patient defense or anything? What are you doing?
I'm not gonna patient defense.
Not okay. Regular.
You're out
One,
of key points.
Oh,
So.
Yeah, no, I
One
don't have more key
dice.
points.
Shit. I rolled a 9. Total of 14.
Shit, that's my armor class.
Nice. I mean, nice for the player. Blunted weapons. You said it was a D4.
A D4. Yeah.
Damn, 8 damage.
8. What are you adding your modifier to it?
Am
too?
I not supposed to add my
Are we
modifier?
calculating damage? I thought we were just calculating hits.
Oh
Oh,
shit,
we
I don't
can't.
fucking know.
I have no idea.
Just
either.
let me
'cause that would,
know.
like, drop-
Mechanically, how does this work? Is he just gonna knock her out when her hit is 0?
I don't want to knock her
I mean,
out.
if he's
We
just,
could say
if
we're
he's
doing one.
beating
If
her
we're
with an
doing
actual-
points, then 2 points. I'm down with
Okay,
2
so
points.
I'll say like 2 hit points in, and you.
I'm
take
gonna-
-1.
-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
All
Got
right,
it.
That makes a little more sense.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay, we're just going for nominal damage as we try
So
to
like I'm
hit
a
each
little
other.
I like
2
that.
1 or 3 1?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah.
That's
So
my
like
whole turn.
I'm a little dazed, and so I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
take a
Tars-
second, grab my dagger as I'm acting dazed, and then throw it and try to like scrape the side of your cheek.
Gotcha. 18 armor class. It's your roll. I'm a fighter. I don't get to
I
do
can't-
shit.
I literally can't beat my projectiles
Shit.
+5. Yeah, 15.
That does not hit.
Oh
Tars
my
just,
god,
like,
this is
moving
a
everyone
terrible
back.
idea.
This is
Why
a
did I do this?
terrible idea. All right, I've got 1 dice. I got a total of 13.
Oh, that misses.
I do not hit you. It's your
Yeah, I
turn.
just kind of like drop it out.
Be careful of sharp objects.
I'm gonna like try to like as I push kick again. Like follow my movements and-
Elgar is trying to actively to the crowd make it look like he's not trying, but he is thoroughly trying.
He's trying really hard.
He's trying very hard. He's
At
trying
this
to make it
point,
look like he's
Callie,
not.
Callie's more or less she enjoys like the thrill of even just sparring or battle or stuff. So this
Right.
is more like it's almost a dance to her. So like the way she's doing things, it's like really
Right.
fluid and like
Elgar
that's my
is
goal.
not shortchanging you as far as the fight goes. He is trying to look more impressive than he is.
21.
That for sure hits.
Finally.
All right, so I do another like
Another
palm
point.
fist like just across your face.
All right, I do not take kindly. I'm going for your leg. I'm going for your leg this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to sweep. Damn it, 13.
Okay, I just like jump
Ah.
and I'm gonna do a little monk shit and like leap off your axe and like palm you again.
God damn it! Do some monk shit.
Yeah.
Can I do
19.
fighter shit, DM? I'm
Yeah,
just-
you're already
19.
doing fighter
I
shit.
know. I'm trying.
I missed like 7 times. 19.
That hits.
Okay, I'm doing another fist, but like kind of to your jaw a little bit to make it hurt a little. Just like,
Oh, you meanie! All right, I'm going hard. Here we go. Come on, this is the dice. I kissed it. Here we go.
Okay.
This is beautiful. Here we go. It's cocked. Do I get to re-roll if it's
Yes,
cocked?
reroll cock.
Yes, because that was between a 6 and a 19. So
damn. Could have been
17
All right, that
plus my
hits.
modifier.
Oh shit.
We got a point, baby.
Okay, so 3 to
Um,
3.
Score
Yep.
3-3.
Yeah, it's 3-3 now.
3-3. What a close bout. That's my turn. I don't got shit for
so,
bonus
like-
actions.
I mean, I don't either anymore. Okay, just for
Wait, I thought
Spia, it's
You
3-3
can bonus
now.
action secondary attack, right?
Yeah.
I
Uh,
can, but I'm not.
I
I'm
can't.
not.
No,
Oh,
she
yeah,
can.
she
you
can.
I can, but I'm not.
Oh, she's
Okay,
making
so
it
you-
fair.
You hit me and like kind of like jump, like try to do like a jump back, but like catch you with my foot as I'm back flipping away from you 10 feet.
Gotcha. I can't do anything about it, so.
You can take an opportunity attack.
I can? Wait, she's going
Yeah.
10 feet.
It's
Hells
fine.
yeah.
I'm not actually gonna move because I rolled a natural
Oh,
one.
she's not.
So like as I do my backflip, I actually like don't even complete the backflip because I've like slipped and I'm actually prone on the ground.
Oh my god.
Well, that gives me advantage. I'll take advantage. Nice, baby. All right, here we go. Advantage. I rolled 2 18s, so
It hits.
dope. All right,
4 to
we're
3.
doing nominal damage. You're on
Yeah.
the ground. I know I'm using an axe, but I'm just gonna kind of kick you a little bit. It's a
Okay,
long way to
so
reach down.
Staying within melee so I don't get attack of opportunity. I'll use half my movement to get back up, and then I'm gonna just like pop, use both attacks like with the palm of my hand.
You
and
got
try to
both
finish
coming
you off.
out.
Yep, I'm gonna try to finish you off.
Oh no!
Finish the
18.
Natural 20.
Shit.
Okay,
That's gotta count for 2, right? Shit, I
No,
don't.
it only counts for 1. It would technically you would take 2 damage because it's double damage. So like the first one strikes you across the face, maybe give you a little daze.
Uh-oh.
I'll
4 to
take-
4.
I
Here's
will
the second
take-
attack.
I'll just take disadvantage for your nat 20 on my next attack.
Okay, cool, because
We'll
that was a 9.
That was a 9. Dope.
That's a
18.
10.
All right, I'll
So
take
I missed the
disadvantage.
second palm.
I'll take disadvantage. I'm a little dazed. I rolled 2 15s.
You still hit me.
I've rolled the same number a unlikely amount of times. So I guess it hits. So, it's 1 more
4 to
damage.
4. Just
4 to
FYI.
4. 4 to
It's
4.
4
No,
now.
that would be 5.
Yeah, Jack's last hit makes it 5.
Wait, shit,
Oh,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It was 4
I
to 4
was-
with monkey fists.
I was absolutely
Wow.
not keeping count.
It's fine. I was keeping count.
5
So
to
Cal-
4.
Callie would know. So like the second your like blade hits her, she kind of like bows to you a little bit and like laser blades on the ground.
All right, I kind of like watch you lay your blades on the ground. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I lay my stuff on the ground. I'm like, good duel. I put my sword and my axe and shield on
She
the ground.
kind of
I'm like-
laughs and then like tries to sweep your leg so you fall.
Wow, that's mean.
I
Wow,
absolutely
it's
don't
cool.
expect that.
22.
Alternatively, though,
Am I making like? Do I make a save? What do
I
I
think you
do?
would make a contested strength save, technically.
Strength? Oh, I'm strong.
Strength. Yeah.
I'm strong.
Because this is me, like, trying to take your
You said you got a 22?
dexterity. I got a 22.
Oh, I fucking bite it.
Okay.
Real
And then
bad.
I kind of giggle, put my blades, and, like, lift a hand to, like, help you up.
I'm like, oh, cool. I thought it was over, but you know, whatever. Cool. I put my stuff back on my person, and I take your hand.
Congratulations, Spia. You made an entire silver worth. Yeah.
Dude, don't
Were
look down
people-
on a silver. That's some money.
Were people trying to get me to, like, did they vote for me?
Oh wait, yeah. What were my odds?
Here, let me.
what were the odds here?
Oh.
Bolada.
All right, so it was actually almost even. Elgar had a little bit more on his side.
Fair enough.
He
I'm
had-
big.
his-
She's small, but she's
You're also-
definitely got some dexterity on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also got,
Presumably
got,
also
got
they
the
saw that
first
you were
hit, so.
Noxian. So they were like,
She also got the first hit. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't win by much. Jesus. 18 armor class didn't do shit. No, I'm just.
I mean, yeah, did I miss, like, 80 million times?
You
All
could.
right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
cool.
All right, that was one of our nights. Can I? Do we long rest before shit happens?
Yes, you can.
Dope.
long
Of
rest.
course.
Okay, cool. I get my
Big
health
long
back.
rest confirmed.
Anybody else do anything while during our downtime? I'm just working my job
like
and
that.
reading.
Oh no. Hey, can I roll to see how many people I converted successfully?
Yeah, roll a D100.
Roll a D100. Okay.
Percentile die plus 2, yeah.
Yeah, I know how to. I know. How to
Some people don't.
Where's
If
my
there's
D-
anybody who's watching who's new, we don't judge you. I was new like 2 months ago.
Okay, here we go.
D&D is awesome. You should play it.
True.
I rolled a 53.
All
Solid.
right.
Literally
so-
above average.
53%. You convert 53% of the 12 people that you managed to stop for an actual long conversation. So
Cool. 6
Yeah.
more.
Damn,
off to
6 people.
Shurima.
6 more people who are considering going to Shurima.
That, I was going to say, doesn't mean they necessarily went, but they're like,
We're gonna find like a super discounted ship. Like everybody wants to go to fucking Shurima.
Yes. Yes.
Like, cool. Does plate armor cost 1,500 gold?
Yes.
Fuck. I'm good.
Plate
I do
armor
nothing.
is ridiculous.
I just kind of eat at the inn, try to
Alright.
win over these people who are seemingly in my party.
All right.
Just want
Anything
everyone to like me.
plot related?
All right. On day 4, after 4 days of rest and recuperation, a messenger comes to the Slow Ferret and finds you
Is it
at
the same person?
breakfast. No, it's a different. Just it's some random one of the kids from. You recognize him. It is one of the kids from like the messenger.
Outside. Gotcha.
place. He only has a card with the seal of Basilich on it and a word on the back. Come.
hmm.
It would appear we have been summoned.
Are we all together when we get it?
Yeah, you're at breakfast.
All right. I can just kind of. Have we finished breakfast?
You can finish breakfast.
I definitely finished breakfast. If that's cool with everybody.
For sure.
Cool. All right. Once we're all good, kind of nod to the crew. A very not.
Oh, Tarsk will
Secretive
take the card
nod.
from the kid.
All right. So yeah, the kid just leaves, runs off. So you track back through Basilich until you fortress. One of the guards, the one that told you that most foreign visitors have a permanent stay, he's back on duty today, and he just moves aside to drop the portcullis and let you through.
All right.
The
Does
same
he
guy.
ask for the card or anything?
No, you just show it to him.
It's like, yeah, I'll show it to him. And be like, we have returned, my friend. It seems
Oh.
we are wanted yet again.
All right. Hope you come out this time, and just So the same attendant comes, picks you up, takes you back through the corridor.
Oh, the Shuriman kid. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
No, this is the kid I protected.
from the pitch.
Right.
So it takes you to in Vedia's office and opens the door for you. And
She's in there?
even
Can I
Yeah,
bash
she's in
them?
there.
Wait, he's opening them. Can I bash them again?
just like hit the walls. as you
Elgar's
walk
here.
in. And so he starts to close the door behind you after you file in, but before the door even closes, she just looks at you and says, "It's good that you came so soon. The information that I have for you is of the utmost importance." She stands up behind her desk and turns to look at the map on the wall behind her. There is one thing different from the last time that you were here. Over the location of the mine is a stamp. It is a needle pointing downward with two little ventilator tubes connected to the bulb of the needle. It's the seal of Zon.
Wow.
I see you noticed it. After you cleared out that mine, I sent a team to recover any loose gemstones and bring back the personal effects of the miners. And we found, among other things, a shipping container belonging to the Chem Baron Harkonnen of Zon.
Wait, did she say? Do you say fuck?
Under my breath, yes.
Do I
all
notice the
hears it?
fuck?
If she says it downwards, that's towards me, right?
Damn it, that's away from me. You know.
Yeah, so she clenches her fist, and you see her knuckles turning white. And she turns back around to face you. He thinks that he can steal from us with impunity. We'll teach him different. She notices the look of concern on Callie's face, and just... Of course, this is not only detrimental to Basilich, but also to the message that we're trying to send with this little alliance. The Chem Barons are greedy, and they are reckless, but they are not, as a whole, stupid. If you go to Zon as agents of Noxus and, well, instruct them in the error of their ways, maybe we can salvage relations with that Undercity and possibly even bring them in on this little demonstration.
Callie just kind of looks at the group.
I mean, sounds fine with me. Deep down, I'm giddy at the chance of exploring the world.
Where would we find Kembaran Harkonnen?
Oh, I'm sure everyone knows where he is. The Chem Barons, they don't have, well, tact. One of those giant, bloated, horrible structures in the Undercity under Piltover. One of them is his, I'm sure.
Nice. Well,
Always down to see a place I've read about. I've gotten to see much of the world.
I'll do whatever's necessary to
Hey, vaguely.
maintain the peace.
So she, as you're just kind of,
Bears.
as you're all kind of just agreeing with, slumps into her chair and rubs her brow.
Dear stewardess, what ails
You
you
said
so?
Kimtech. Who?
The Chem Baron Harkonnen.
Kimbaran Harkonnen. Do you know of this person, Spia? You're from Piltover,
No, never heard of him.
right? Must be a lesser known Kimbaran.
Well, go ahead. My aide will assist you. He'll make sure that
Is
you're
he,
taken care of.
Is he high ranked?
The Harkonnen?
Yeah.
No, he's a low echelon. He's just a greedy, stupid, fat man who thinks that he can do to Noxus what not even years of fighting with Demacia could. My aide will make sure that you're taken care of in this mission, and she just kind of rings the bell.
Are we for sure that he's the one behind the attack?
Yes, we are. Bring them to the armory, make sure that they're all taken, and then just kind of like waves you away. She is tired.
The stewardess has spoken, I suppose.
Did
So
she
the-
seem forthright, or is she kind of making
Forthcoming.
that? Yeah. Did she? Does Callie feel like she actually thinks this guy did it, or is she like trying to pin it on somebody? And this is just one of her political opponents.
What a roll.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. Nine.
Okay. You are not necessarily like keen to trust her.
Yeah. But I also don't know the political structure of Zahn and Piltover, and
Yeah, you're not necessarily keen to trust her, but the general idea you got was that she really just wanted this to be over. That this is just a really stupid thing to have to deal with. Just there are a lot of other she'd rather be working on right now rather than like stopping some no name gang boss from a different city or from a different country to
Cool.
Makes
So,
sense.
so my friends, how do you plan to make your way to Zahn from here?
oh
Well-
don't worry. The aide speaks up and said, we've already chartered passage on a passenger ship to Piltover. We'll make sure that you get your tickets and everything.
Hey, just
Excellent.
out of character, would I know of a way that I could get there, like through a Bandle City and out the other side?
Yes, but it would more or less be it's less of a like that you can just kind of like pull here and more of a if you like hop back into Bandle City, like into like the pocket dimension of Bandle City, you could kind of spit yourself out at a number of different locations.
Okay,
But
so it's not like an
which one of
at-will
these
thing.
is Pilto?
Okay, so
Yeah, it's not like you've got it's not like you can go into Bandle City and be like, okay, well I'm at the Grand Central Station, pop me out of Piltover.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, more of a wherever the
So I would
universe
feel
decides
like
to
it's
spit you out.
more meaning or reliable for me to just go with them via ship.
Certainly if you want to stay with the group, and also because it would be. I mean, you might get there way earlier than them. You might get there a little bit later,
Okay,
but you'll definitely be away from the group during that time.
gotcha. Okay.
So
So I'm like circling around Callie and like kind of like picking up like the whiteness of her robes, like the extra little dangly things. And I'm like, Zahn, you want to go to Zahn?
Well, I mean, I don't want to go anywhere that's not Ionia, but I was sent. Aurelia trusted me to represent our country, and if this ensures peace, then this is what I'll do.
What do you think peace has to do with what Varn has in mind?
If he's causing a disruption between Zahn and Noxus, sooner or later it'll spill over to the rest of the world. So we should stop whatever disruptions happening. Hopefully, without violence. But again, I'll go only because I've been sent to represent Ionia, and I won't dishonor Ionia.
Come on, you haven't come to like us just a little bit.
You're fine for now.
It's
I'll
gonna
take it
roll
for
my
now.
eyes.
Leading us to
I'm
the
just like-
armory. We're like having this conversation while following behind this kid, leading us
Yeah.
to the armory. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he just got kind of twists and turns back through these corridors and stops in front of a wooden door marked with an axe, like like Darius's axe,
Sure.
like styled like that. And he goes, "Oh, this'll be all you need." He takes a key out off of his neck and like opens the door, swings it open, and it is a full fucking armory.
Oh.
It sickens you, Callie.
Yeah.
It is knocks into the like to a T. These are jagged axes that are meant to just tear open wounds. They're They're serrated knives that line.
Is there any plate armor in there?
Wait,
there
is there?
There is
Casually
plate
laying
armor,
around.
but no, it will not fit you.
Damn
Which is
it!
Plate armor is so expensive because you have to custom.
I know,
Yeah.
but I just want it.
Callie just like folds her hands in and lets the group go forward.
I mean, if there's nothing here for me,
Weapons.
Weapons
make
or armor.
Did I make my axe? This is a DM question.
You could have made your axe.
It was probably an early. It was probably an
Early
early
prototype.
axe then. Cool. I'm sure my axe is superior to those in this armory. I do
Well,
not look around.
Suit yourself, I suppose.
Damn it! Fine, I'll look around.
Okay, he goes in to look around. I'll start talking to the kid.
All right, I
Callie
guess I
kinda pushes
guess I
Tarsk
investigate.
away. Not this one, Tarsk.
I investigate, I
simply wish
suppose.
to inquire about his family's history.
It is a full armory.
Okay.
So there's all types of armor, and there's all types of armor, and like things like half plate or chainmail. Those
Is there
all
any cool like magic stuff in
Right.
here, or is it just like regular?
no cool magic stuff. This is just a regular. Yeah.
And like,
But they've
Gotcha.
got like a variety of like long swords in different styles, mauls, flails.
are there arrows in there?
Yes, barrels of arrows.
Barrels of arrows. How many can I take?
How many does a quiver fit? I don't know.
Probably 25, 50.
I already have
That's
a
a
bunch
big difference.
of them.
25 or 50.
25 or double that.
Well, it depends.
I
Like,
know.
if
50 barrel hogs.
Arrows.
If there's
Well, you buy arrows in racks of 20, so
yeah,
right,
I
if there's
currently
nothing
have
like
20.
exceptional here, then I'll probably stick with my stuff that's like mostly Noxian, but like a little bit of Freljordian influence. Probably stick with that stuff.
Sure, I'll buy or I'll pick up like
Oh shit! No, I pick up 2 throwing axes. I lied.
okay.
I'll pick up another 20, seeing as I'm not being allowed to talk to my new friend.
no,
All right.
leave this kid alone.
I just want to talk to him about his family.
About his family. Do you have any close family relations? Are you in dire straits? Have you heard of the Void?
Callie will look around though,
While she looks around, I go talk to the kid.
mainly in disgust, but she mainly to see if there's any salvaged Ionian weapons from the previous war.
No salvaged Ionian weapon. Looks like
You cut out. You cut out.
it looks like most of these are from their in-house forge, so
Okay.
not so much like old war
Sure.
relics.
Then not interested.
Is any of the armor like movable, comfortable?
They have a couple
Like
of sets
they-
of leather, yeah.
Can I add leather to leather? I already have it.
You could replace leather with leather.
You have. There could be
no.
studded leather. That's an upgrade.
There
I
is
don't know if they
studded
have
leather.
it. That's an upgrade.
Yeah, studded leather would like add +1 to your armor class.
Do I notice that Kalia is kind of like
Who?
Kalia? I'm sorry.
Callie.
Kalia.
Visha.
Callie.
I apologize. And Visha. Just Elgar has no regard for pronunciation. Does Kalia do I notice that she's kind of like looking for like more Ionian styled things?
I mean, it would
probably-
be hard to.
it looks
yeah,
like
it'd be hard to tell. She
All the time.
All you
I
I
can
guess
do
I
is
mean, does
doesn't
she like
it
kind of
or
look at something and then kind of like, and then like throw it down?
Oh, I
sort of
don't
thing?
touch any of it. I'm just
All right.
looking at
Do
it.
you look
and,
at
like,
something and then kind of give
discuss.
it like the nope look?
Yep.
I'm
just
looking for the
asking
nope.
kid.
Yep. It's a hard nope.
Hard nopes?
Very hard. Like if you would have noticed like playing with my like dueling with me on our break, like Ionian blades are like beautifully made. It's like art and we're smooth. It's a clean kill. These are
I'm gonna make a better
serrated.
one. That's my goal.
These are serrated blades on the wall that are like meant to cause physical pain, like
Right.
more than an instant kill
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Get you to
How we
surrender.
came here to Noxus.
Who?
The kid.
Cool.
Jeez.
I'm just
I've
checking.
I've lived here as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I'll ask him. Does your family not hail from the desert?
I'm sure they did at some point, but you know, it's all Noxus now, so
It's all Noxus now. Okay.
because Noxus does
yeah,
control
yeah.
the coast, so
Right. And after
Oh.
they make a place Noxus, they like put in Noxtora and everything.
yep.
Okay.
They erase cultures.
Hey,
That's not true.
they warbands are full of culture.
Yeah, Noxus is basically the equivalent of Rome.
Wait, what's shit, I don't even know who Alexander the Great represented.
I'll ask
Macedon.
him.
Right. They're that country.
No, they're Rome.
Macedonia?
Oh, come on. But
Alexander
they
the
let people
Great,
run themselves.
Alexander the Great burned entire cities because they
Wait,
like different. from that.
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Attila,
I am
Genghis Khan
in
and
out
Rome
of character.
were two-
I need to do some homework.
Yeah. Yeah, Genghis
I'll,
Khan and Rome were the top two because they actually let people keep their cultural identity.
Wait, Genghis Khan let me. I'm learning
Oh,
so many
yeah.
things out of character. Holy shit. Genghis Khan let people keep their culture?
Yeah. That was the
Yeah.
reason
Alright.
that he had such
I
a
would
big
like to think Noxus is Genghis Khan then.
Okay,
I don't know the specifics.
now
I'll ask him if his family ever talked to him about their culture and like desert stuff and you know what it's like in Shurima.
I've heard it's hot. I've never been there. I was raised by my mom mostly. Dad
And
died.
she lives in Basilich here.
Oh, she did. Now she's dead.
A
Yeah.
shame.
No, I didn't get much from them. It was pretty much we were real poor. Much nicer when Mistress Farn took me into her service.
What is your name, young man?
Oh, it's no one ever asks me my name. I usually just boy.
Boy.
And Aaron,
Boy.
Is that like Ron or
like EREN.
Okay, that's what I thought. Aaron, gotcha. Well, Aaron, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is my group done with the armory at this point?
I took studded leather.
I grabbed some hand axes. I'm good.
All right, if you've got everything. As he walks you out of the armory and back to the front of the Imperial Fortress, he hands you 4 tickets for a passenger barge. It's they are first class, like all
Damn.
all inclusive,
Oh.
and shipping out this evening.
I would try to take the 4 and then hand them out if anybody wants to hold theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
mine.
Cool. Hand them out. Hand
What
it out.
time is it?
Callie?
It's still
Sure.
morning, so
Yeah,
you have
why
the
not?
rest of the day to
Everyone has their
get
ticket.
your affairs in order.
All right. I want to go check out the ship. Well, actually, have we left the keep yet, or are we still in the keep?
You can leave the keep.
Okay.
You're still
Shepard re-ending as well.
What are the odds that I can, before the ship comes, I don't know how much time we've got and how much time it takes to make things out of
All day.
character. What are the odds that I could make, like, a vaguely Ionian sword?
Probably, you probably don't have the materials that are like.
I mean, I work at a forge, right? I mean, I could steal some shit.
Not in one day.
I don't know how much it I don't know how long it takes to make stuff.
Yeah, it takes way longer than that.
It does. Womp
Make it
womp.
on phone.
Especially just to get the materials.
Can I take the materials? from a forge before I leave.
Would Basilich have Ionian material?
No,
Like,
no. I meant Ionian style, but like,
Oh, okay.
what? I actually don't remember the name. It comes from those mountains in like the northwest of Noxus. Deepholm, but I don't remember the name of the black iron that they use, or black metal.
I need the lore book that you're reading, though.
I know that they took over some mountains that are like on the border
the
of
Delver
Freljord.
Hold?
Yes, the Delver Hold.
Yeah, Deepholm is a World of Warcraft. Right?
You are very much right.
It's just good iron. It's
No,
just,
no,
it's
but
just
it's
good
like,
quality iron.
but it's black. It is black. I know that. It's like dark
Why's it gotta be
colored.
black?
It is literally like dark colored iron, but it's better quality. Damn it, I can't remember the name. There's so many short stories. I would like to steal some of that if I can to take with me on the ship.
Do we know? Did he say how long the ship was gonna take? Like once we depart, once we
Like
embark.
travel time.
It's like a 2-day,
Gotcha.
or it
Is the
leaves
ship-
at night and
Okay,
then doesn't.
so as we leave the keep, is the ship at port?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to go check it out, see who's in charge and whatnot.
Okay. Well, let's call it before then. We can get on that.
Sure,
Yeah.
fine.
Wait,
So
I want to steal iron.
you want to steal iron?
Well, I was trying to take it with me.
Buy it or steal it?
Take it with me, whatever that means.
Wait, where are you getting it from?
Like my forge that I work at.
Oh, from here. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's from your own place, like if you already
Oh no,
have
Right?
he
it.
doesn't own the forge. He
I
works.
don't own it.
Oh.
you
I
could
work
buy
in a
it.
forge.
So you're stealing shit.
I would like to take some iron with me. Some of I say iron. I would like to take some of the Delverhold Noxian dark metal that is good. Because I don't remember the short story.
It's just iron from the iron spot.
But it's good iron. That's why they
Yeah.
use it. Yeah. I
He
want
is
that
attempting
iron.
to steal it.
I
But
would like
also,
to take
they-
some with me.
There wouldn't be any in
Steal.
Basilich.
Oh, there isn't?
Well, the iron spike
I don't know.
mountains are like
Out
on
of
the
character, I
wrong
don't
side
know.
of Noxus, and
Fine.
they
Can I take
specifically use it for
regular
the-
metal?
Yes, you can
Dope.
buy. You could buy
Buy it.
regular.
Buy.
Or
No,
you
I
can
want to
steal.
steal it. I want to take it with me from work. Like when you take
Christ.
like when you take a paper or staples, like from your office. That's what I'm
Yeah,
going
but-
for here.
We have to come back.
Doesn't mean I can't pay it off later. I'm just trying to take some with me
You,
now.
dude, I'm
I'm
not
trying to
there.
steal office supplies, all right?
Well, I mean that's
Office
not so much.
supplies, giant
Can I
hunk of
It's
iron.
not so much
Yeah,
office
that's-
supplies, it's way more obvious.
It's not so much like stealing office supplies as it is like stealing boards from a lumber mill.
Yeah, it's their
Shit.
current. It's like their.
It's
goods.
their entire raw materials.
Like,
Damn it.
office supplies are
All
like.
right. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
If it's way too obvious and I can't do it somewhat sneakily.
Elgar
Sorry.
like goes in and tries, and he realizes this is not gonna work.
After I
We
realize it
tried.
doesn't
I'll
work.
help. What's the worst that happens? We go to jail.
Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, Spia, would you like to help me sneak a
I'll
little bit of iron out of the forge?
Yes.
Tarsk is not here to hear.
Badass.
Neither is
All right.
Callie.
I am now colluding with
I'm like
Spia.
bored. We haven't done anything for 4 days.
Let's steal some iron.
Oh, all right.
David's like, God damn it.
Not
You realize
jail
this
in a
is
minute.
like how much iron are you trying to?
For one sword,
Enough
like,
for a sword. Enough for a sword.
So like
That's
2
not that much
pounds,
if you
maybe?
consider flattening it out.
4 pounds.
How much does a sword weigh? Let's find out.
2 pounds.
For 2
My
pounds?
my light sword. Wait, my short
I want
sword weighs 2 pounds.
2
So
pounds.
it's like
I want like 2.2 pounds of iron.
So like a kilogram of iron.
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm an American, okay? I don't.
Metric
Just-
system.
Just to put this in perspective as to
Right.
how ridiculous this is.
Okay.
Steal 2 pounds of iron. You could
That's
buy
not
that
much.
for 4 silver.
No, we want to
Oh
steal it.
wait, I can find that. Wait. 4 silver. Now,
For 2
while
pounds.
while stealing that sounds fun, Elgar does not. Damn it! I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal it. Damn it! I
Twitch chat
changed
wants
my
you to
mind.
steal it.
Spia is helping me. I'm stealing it.
I'm helping.
I'm taking,
It
but
doesn't
it's
want you to
only
offer-
4 silver, right? So this is like borderline office supplies. This is like really
Even
nice
the
office
damages, though.
supplies.
Yeah, this is borderline office.
All right,
supplies,
what do
but
I
also-
roll?
Sleight of hand.
No, please. I'm bad
Yeah,
at
so-
that.
So are you like going into work and then just being like,
Yes.
yeah, you know,
I'm going into work and I'm just trying to like pocket a little bit of iron, 2.2 pounds, enough to give me some
Literally a
leeway on making
kilogram.
a sword. A kilogram. I'm trying to pocket a kilogram of iron in my like smithing apron or whatever else I've got.
all right, that is sleight of hand.
That
It's
is
like the
shit.
size of.
He gets
What's
advantage,
does
right?
Spia give me
Banana
any
woman.
help here?
It gives you
Yeah,
advantage.
help.
But why would she be?
I don't
Why
know.
would she make it less suspicious?
He's introducing her as his girlfriend to his
Because
coworkers.
Can I steal it for him?
Can I
Because
introduce
he's helping me, giving me
my
the knowledge
girlfriend?
of, like, where?
I mean,
She's just
Like,
trying to see how
this
things
is
work
getting
around
to
here.
the point of, this is getting to the point of heist. To actually have a reason for her to be there and why she would be able to help you in stealing this item.
My Piltover girlfriend. Come on.
I told you she lived in Canada.
I told you she lived in Canada.
Okay, so you're
Holy
introducing
shit.
Spia as your girlfriend to your coworkers and showing her around the forge.
Can I steal it?
Yes.
Yes. Now you can,
Can
try
I help
sleight of
her?
hand.
Roll a d20, maybe.
D20. Okay.
Wait, do they believe him? They just like take his word for it?
I mean,
I
it's
have a lot
Elgar's
of perception.
Elgar's a fairly attractive big dude.
I'm
and
like
he's-
the
you know,
Garen of Freljord / Noxus,
he's,
alright?
he's not actually from here, so it's very possible in most people's minds that like he could have traveled a little bit because I mean he did travel all
Sure,
the way across
sure. I buy
Noxus.
it. I buy it. Okay.
so what'd you roll? on your D20?
Roll to steal the iron.
Is
rolled a
Spia attractive?
Roll a 17, and then you plus your sleight of hand.
Plus my sleight of hand.
That's like an actual.
Plus 2.
Okay, so 19.
Seriously? You're a rogue.
I think she has
dexterity's
more wisdom and charisma, though.
I
think
did all
she-
charisma and dexterity. Like I was told to do.
Yeah, no,
Well-
she's trying to be conniving and manipulative more than like.
This
stealing
is a
shit.
roleplay campaign, damn it.
All right, a 19. You easily steal it. You easily manage to pocket 2 pounds of iron
Nice.
and slip it into Elgar's bag.
I give
Nice.
Spia a fist bump. I don't know.
Alright.
Is that Runeterra canon?
Iron.
Are fist bumps a Runeterran? What's Runeterran here?
This is your secret
Buy
handshake.
it.
It's a
They're-
fist.
yeah.
Our fist bump is a secret handshake. I like it. That's better. Spia, we fist bump.
Okay. You have stolen 4 silvers. You have stolen 2 silver equivalent of iron.
Wait, you paid more for that than our breakfast.
That's fine.
Not the point we were bored,
No,
Tark.
actually, it was less. It was less than 2 silver, but close. It was 18 silver, or
18
8. Sorry.
copper.
Yes, thank you, DM.
1.8 silver.
Yes,
All right.
math is hard. Sweet. All right, I take
All right.
that iron with Spia, and we board the ship after our low
Hold on, we
stakes
still have a
heist.
day.
We have a day.
Tarsk,
Oh,
while
I'm
this
sorry.
is happening, Tarsk is checking out the ship, but we'll do that next session.
Yes.
All right,
Congratulations. You've stolen.
fist
Elgar
bump
and
Spia. I'm putting it right up to the
stole
webcam.
Iron from his work.
Look at that.
Wait,
We
I gotta
fist
use my
bumped it. Oh shit.
one
Oh
of
wait, the
my
tat. I'm
doors.
gonna. I don't have tats, but I'm using my opposite hand for your tat hand. There we go.
There you go.
Bam. Okay.
All right.
You
and,
guys like have to fist bump through me on the Twitch.
On the Twitch screen, yeah.
God, you guys are weird.
We stole.
We're weird. You threw daggers in a bar.
Hell yeah, we
That's
stole.
normal.
I'm
All right.
I'm like looking forward to like trying to like make a more Ionian blade to try to get Kalia.
Yeah.
more
Kind of like to.
more on
Imagine
board.
Kalia and Spia like arguing over who's weirder when Tarsk is in the party. All
I
right.
like it.
All right.
We got a little off the rails today.
No,
but,
That's
that
it
was
for
perfect.
tonight.
We did great. We
but
did
that is
great,
going to be it
guys.
for us tonight. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, that is. It's been a long session.
Well,
But thank you for watching episode 2 of Adventures in Runeterra. When
Yeah.
is the next time we'll be meeting?
The 20th.
The
Not
20th.
this
Okay.
Friday because UCO graduation.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So next Friday the next session will be on Friday the 20th. Come and join us on the stream for episode 3 of Adventures in Runeterra here on GetRecTV, twitch.tv/GetRecTV for GRDnD. We look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
Will we be adding another member to our party at that time?
We will.
It's
I
a
think.
possibility. We'll let you know.
It's a probability.
There's a fair possibility that we add a member to
Ooh.
our party for the
Another
next session.
person. Wonder who it
Yes.
is.
any
Also,
case,
sign up for GRTFT. It is tomorrow from the date of recording this, but also for several of the weeks leading up to the GRLCS Spring 2020 split.
So, yeah, thanks for watching. If you're still here, thanks for sitting through the entirety of that session. We'll see you in 2 weeks. December 20th will be our episode 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Goodbye.
And we'll make some more
Goodbye.
stream improvements in the meantime. Goodbye.